Okay, welcome everyone. Steam Africa quick fire custom tournament, Mortal Kombat 11. Yeah, so we've had a bit of a change in schedule. The PS4 event that was scheduled to take place today, unfortunately, due to it being a public holiday in South Africa and also just people spending time with their family and celebrating their heritage. A lot of the guys who were due to compete tonight were not available. So the guys on Steam basically decided that because the tournament can't go ahead on PS4, let's just get a couple of guys together. And for those of you who were willing to, you know, put the time aside to enjoy a bit of Mortal Kombat action on Steam tonight, we're here. We've got 9 people registered to take part in a very quick, or should I say a slightly quicker version of a custom variation tournament. It is a first to 2 format, and the grand final will be first to 3. So guys, the bracket has been set, the tournament has officially started. I've got my man Blion-O in the COT lobby with me, and we are going to get the first games underway immediately. So guys, first match of the evening, we are going into Artdepartment against WordThaRebel. Artdepartment against WordThaRebel. So I'm going to get those guys into okay, Artdepartment is still playing Dragon Ball Z for some other odd reason. So we're just going to hold off on that match for now, and we're going to go straight into the next match. We're going to have Ngoni going up against Blion-O. Guys, get excited for this. I mean, we've got a couple of new guys in stream tonight for the first time. We've got Ngoni here again. We've got MisterJivs here again. MisterJivs will be waiting to take on the winner of Artdepartment and WordThaRebel. So we're just going to get Artdepartment to go into... okay, we've got some admin taking place now, so... okay, it looks like we're going to have Artdepartment in play, or to play after all. So in fact... okay, Artdepartment is joining us, WordThaRebel's already here. Guys, let's just get hype. We've been going through all sorts of emotions over the last couple of hours or so. So yeah, we've managed to get a small group of guys together to compete. So if you do have some time available, come and join us on stream. Get going, and yeah, we'll get this match. We'll get this game going fairly soon. Thanks already for all the likes, for the 13 of you in chat already. Thanks, really appreciate it. We're going to get this game started right about now. Okay, Artdepartment. WordThaRebel is here. Let's just see if Artdepartment can get in here as well. Okay guys, so first to 2 custom variations, tournament rules still, so you can only swap characters if you are on the losing end in any one of the matches. And yeah, let's see if this can happen as soon as possible. Try to make it as quick fire as possible, hence it's called the quick fire Mortal Kombat 11 custom PC tournament. And yeah, we're just waiting for Artdepartment to get in here, and then we can get this first match underway. Artdepartment is here, guys. We are going to get straight into the match. So we've got WordThaRebel going up against Artdepartment. Remember, first to 2. Okay, both these guys are in lobby, so we are just about to get this first match underway. We've got the Total Country going up against a Fusion pick here by Artdepartment. Guys, these guys don't have too much time to get used to the match. It's a first to 2 setting, so they're going to have to bring their best game from the get-go. Okay, here we go. Breathtaking from Artdepartment going up against a get cooked variation from WordThaRebel. Okay, slight bit of lag here. Ooh, that's quite a nice conversion there by Artdepartment. Nope, unsafe, but no punish there. Ooh, crushing blow there by Fujian, the forward 3-1. Slight bit of lag spikes here being experienced by both players, I'm sure. So we'll just have to try to navigate our way through that. But it looks like Fujian seems to be in quite a convincing lead now and takes the first round against this Get Cooked WordThaRebel Kotal Khan variation. Doesn't seem to be doing too much just yet, but starts off the round number 2 with a nice 212 damage combo. Sanazuki, Brian, Luke, Zing, CharlieWolf, I see you in chat. General Jaeger, Hentai Letters, haven't seen you in a while. Ngoni as always, Kevin Johnson in chat, I see you. Ashton Govender, Parasurama, Tendo, great to see you. Combo God. Okay, so it's one round apiece here between Artdepartment and WordThaRebel. Lag Demon says Sanazuki. Hopefully it will just stabilize as the match goes on, Sanazuki. But I think for now. Okay, after going down in that first round and taking the second round, WordThaRebel did seem to be in a little bit of a life lead going into this round number 3. Okay guys, just to remember, to those of you watching on stream as well as those playing, this is a very quickly put together tournament, so you know, not too much comms has gone out in terms of the tournament itself, but this is a double elimination, first to 2, and Artdepartment has gone down to WordThaRebel in this first game. Christian Clay, all the crying emojis. Guys, I see a couple of the PS guys that were due to take part in the tournament. Unfortunately, with all the cancellations, with everybody not being available tonight, it was almost impossible to actually have a tournament that was actually worthwhile. We've got, you know, apart from the message that was shared in the group, there were quite a few guys that actually messaged me directly to say that they can't be here tonight. Didn't seem to be too much of something that we could have actually gone ahead with. So, unfortunate, but that's not the end. We will get back to future tournaments of some sort. But September is the month of Kustom, so we continue with that theme here tonight. Yeah, Brian, look, if you are in the Steam, I have sent you a WhatsApp. Just have a look at the WhatsApp and tell me if you are interested. If not, we can maybe just put something together to, you know, make a plan around what I've suggested in the WhatsApp group. So we have a rain-looking Kitana here, Artdepartment. Enough of the, you know, characters. Remember, this is a first to 2, guys. So if you are down by 2, you basically go down to the losers round. Okay, so Brian, thanks for that. I will just wait for this match to be finished, and then I'll invite you on Discord, and we can have some dual commentary taking place here tonight as well. Okay, Artdepartment quite clever to put that sun out just to make sure that he's gaining life as he's losing it with those projectiles from Kitana. Okay, again, normal into a forward grab, and Kitana scouts a grab this time. Forces the air escape there by WordThaRebel, and the anti-air there, which I don't think was intentional, but it worked nonetheless, and WordThaRebel finds himself on match point. Guys, if you can just make sure that these guys are aware that this is in fact a first to 2 setting, and the moment the 2 matches is done, one of them will advance, the other will go down to the losers bracket. This is a first to 2 double elimination format. Kitana having some good corner pressure here against Kotal having difficulty getting out, but it does get the up 2, converts into a 222 combo. So we've got a bit of variation 1 shenanigans here, variation 2. That was 500 damage from 2 sequences there. So WordThaRebel close to closing this particular match out. Okay, great play by WordThaRebel, and he finishes Kitana off with the fatal blow. Artdepartment goes down to the losers bracket. If somebody can just remind the contestants that this is a first to 2, just in case any one of them do forget along the way. And WordThaRebel finishes off with a friendship. Okay, so guys, so that was your first match, and this is basically it. That match went by in double quick time, so you can only imagine that this entire tournament, because of the format, is going to go quite quickly. Okay, so just as we finish that first match, WordThaRebel has gone up 2-0 against Artdepartment. So WordThaRebel advances, Artdepartment moves down to the losers bracket. We're now going to have Brian Luke, aka Blion-O, going up against Ngoni 615. So before we get that going, let me just get my commentator extraordinaire with me in here. Okay, Brian, you with us?
I'm with you. How's it going?
Good, good, good. Guys in chat, if you can just let us know if the voices are, if it's audible enough, if the levels need to go up or down.
Can you guys hear me? Are you hearing me? Testing, 1, 2.
I'm hearing you just fine, Brian. And just as you come in here, you're also having your first match up against Ngoni 615.
Yes, indeed. The Deathstroke himself.
Yeah, so I'm just going to get him in here right now, and we can get the next match underway.
Okay, am I going to commentate through this?
You don't have to. You don't have
I
to.
tell you what, I'll put myself on mute.
Yeah, that will be perfect.
And yeah, let's get this show on the road.
Christian Clay in chat saying that he can hear you just fine, Brian, so we're all good. Brian will not be commentating while he's playing his match against Ngoni 615. Okay, I do apologize, guys. During the previous match, I wasn't even worried about updating the score, but I'll try my best to get that sorted out as this match goes ahead. Okay, we've got the Robocop on screen, so I'm going to stop commentating now because I'm sure every single person here in chat knows exactly how I feel about Robocop. I'm not his biggest fan, and rightfully so. I think he's the most stupid character to ever grace an NRS title, and we're seeing him on screen tonight going up against the Khan of Outworld, Shao Kahn. Back from the dead to hopefully bash some OCP metal.
Round 1. Fight!
Okay, good start by Blion-O here. Wonder how many people in chat will actually understand that reference. Shao Kahn's variation name versus the law enforcer in Deathstroke's Robocop. Very sector-esque looking Robocop. Same color palette. Okay, Blion-O looking quite strong here in this corner, trying to get Robocop to basically make a home for himself there in the corner, but Ngoni, we know what Ngoni can do. Ooh, and a fatal blow to basically end off that first round there. So, good news for Blion-O is that Robocop has used his fatal blow. Didn't do too much in that round other than the typical zoning Robocop that should have been in an Injustice character. But you know what, I'm not going to go. Jivan absolutely correct in chat there with the Ace Ventura 2 reference. Okay, down one into the forward throw again, puts Ngoni into this corner. Tries the short up, unfortunately the delayed wake up there by Ngoni. And he's got the momentum in his side now. Ooh, scouted the grab attempt. Crushing blow down 2. Backward throw there by Ngoni. Let's see if Shao Kahn can pull this back. Are we going to see no, we're not going to see a brutality, but we are going to see Ngoni taking that first round. Command grab, finishes it off, and Ngoni goes up by 1-0.
Robocop wins.
You are under arrest, dirtbag.
Okay, so Ngoni now in the lead against Blion-O. This actually happens to be one of Blion-O's matches that he just can't seem to get the better of. And I mean, I know that he's been testing himself lately, trying to just get the upper hand on Deathstroke, but unfortunately, so far, Deathstroke has seemed to come up on top. Sanazuki being a little bit happy that he's seeing Shao Kahn on screen right now, and rightfully so. Sanazuki, we're going to make a plan, my friend, to get you on stream fairly soon, so watch this space, because as soon as your internet issues have been sorted out or is able to connect with mine, we need to get you on stream, my friend.
Round 1. Fight.
Okay, again, the zoning approach here by Robocop, quite effective though, I must be honest with you. In terms of what Ngoni's game plan is here, trying to just stay back as much as possible. It's got access to his 10 frame mid as well. Shao Kahn manages to get the grab this time. Okay, forces the air escape there. Down to crushing blow this time. Okay, Blion-O still in the life deficit here and trying to maybe just make his way back. Gets the backward grab. Forward grab this time. Gets Ngoni into fatal blow territory. So this is where it becomes extremely dangerous for both these guys really. But Ngoni manages to close it out. Can you neutral gun that shot? Duck that shotgun? I have no cooking clue, J-Word Audio. I have no clue whatsoever. Ask Parashurama, he plays Robocop a little bit. I'm not sure if the first hit on that shotgun is a high. If somebody can just clarify that. Because WordThaRebel's asking that question because just in the event he does go up against Ngoni later on and the Robocop pick does come out again, we'll then have a situation where he knows exactly how to block that particular projectile. So, guys in chat, if you can just let WordThaRebel know. Punish there with the forward 3, I think that is, and the crushing blow to end it off, and Blion-O goes 2-0 down against Ngoni with the trolling, with the teabags. Whew. Parashurama, J-Word Audio, Parashurama, the doctor himself, just confirming that that can in fact be.
Robo, any comment?
Try.
Well, shit.
Welcome back, and yeah, that was not what I expected in terms of the character pick.
That was not what I expected either. It is not what I was prepared for. So, he got me. He got me real good. Bloody RoboCop.
Yeah, no, that is clearly the most stupid character in the entire roster. Hands down.
You know, he's a character, and if I was to make any excuses, I know what Ngoni would say. Get good.
Get
so, I'll get him one of these days. He's not as bad as Sub-Zero.
Yeah, okay, if you say so. If you say so. Okay, guys, so CharlieWolf and Blion-O back on the commentary table. The bracket is moving ahead quite nicely, so we're going to go into our next match, which is Lord Aerys versus Clarence Renzo. Brian, do you have both these guys
I will invite them
on your friends list?
Clarence Renzo and, sorry, who was the other one?
Lord Aerys. In fact, I'll invite... Have you got Lord Aerys?
Yeah, I got them both.
Okay, perfect.
Invite sent. And let me tell them in the group.
Ngoni just confirming in chat there, saying, yep, get good.
What an asshole.
Ngoni obviously being one of the favorites to take this tournament, Brian. Having spent quite a bit of time over the last couple of days preparing for Jivs.
That dude's a scrub, man.
I do hope that there's some twist of fate that's going to allow the two of them to maybe just settle a little bit of what was supposed to be a couple of nights back with the first to 10 that was unfortunately called off due to connectivity issues.
Very unfortunate. That match was looking so good.
I was actually tipping a 10-9 finish in that particular match in any favor. I didn't really care too much whose favor it ended up in.
How many games did Ngoni win in that one?
I think the score when they had to stop was 4-3 or...
Yeah, I think it was going to be 10-3 Jibs, eh?
You think so?
Nah, I'm just salty. Well played, Gordon. Great stuff.
Shiva saying he's been up since 3 a.m.
Oh.
Ngoni, now is your time to shine. That's a challenge.
That is an excuse. Come on, Jibs. Okay, we have got Lord Aerys in the coth waiting for Clarence Renzo. And he has accepted.
Clarence Renzo is in.
Clarence Renzo has been playing a mean Nightwolf lately. I'm hoping that we get to see him on stream now. Otherwise, I guess we'll see the tried and tested Liu Kang.
Well, it's quite nice to see Clarence Renzo pulling out different characters because I do know that he was very much a Shaolin boy. Using the Liu Kang as well as the Kung Lao.
And we see Lord Aerys as Cassie, who he is very, very proficient with. He's been booted, it seems. Let's try and get him back in the coth. Invite resent. And I didn't see who Clarence was about to pick there.
I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure myself.
I'm really hoping that he shows us his Nightwolf, because his Nightwolf is dangerous. If you can hear me, buddy, do it. Hello, guys in chat.
Okay.
Sorry, I haven't even greeted you guys yet. How rude of me. Christian Clay, Immortal 445. Yes. What you're watching now is an impromptu PC first to 2 double elimination tournament. Unfortunately, the PS4 version of Custom Combat had to be cancelled due to some availability issues. So we've managed to put this together instead.
Okay, and it does look like these guys are both back in chat or in the COT lobby, Brian. So I think we are just about to get this first match underway between Clarence Renzo and Lord Aerys.
Let's go, boys. Connection's still looking a little unstable, but we'll see how it goes. Nope. Clarence Renzo informing me that his ping with Aerys is very bad.
Okay, so I think what we can maybe just find out from these two guys, if they are able to play their match off stream, Brian.
I will let them know.
And then we'll go on into the next match in the meantime, which will be, if I'm not mistaken, MisterJivs against WordThaRebel. So while Brian is busy doing the admin duties, I'm going to get MisterJivs and WordThaRebel into the Scott lobby. If Lord Aerys in the meantime can just leave the lobby and play your match with Clarence Enzo off stream, we're going to get MisterJivs as well as WordThaRebel into the Scott lobby right now. Thank you very much. So let's just get WordThaRebel in here as well as MisterJivs.
Okay, just letting these guys know that they need to complete their match off stream.
Okay, and I've sent the invite out to Jivs as well as to WordThaRebel already, so we're just waiting for them to come and join. And then we'll get our next match underway, followed by myself versus Zakl.
So, Lord Aerys, WordThaRebel into his second match very quickly.
Yeah, I think that's rather due to the uneven number of participants in this tournament. So there was one person waiting for another match, and the person waiting was in fact MisterJivs. So MisterJivs was waiting for the winner of Lord or Artdepartment versus WordThaRebel, and MisterJivs hasn't played his match yet, so we'll get him on stream now. And yeah, fortunately he's going against WordThaRebel.
Always love watching MisterJivs play.
MisterJivs, another one of those characters, Brian, that has just jumped in terms of level. And I mean, we've been having a couple of salty beef matches over the last couple of weeks.
As is, of course, tradition.
Yeah, but you know what? MisterJivs is by no stretch of the imagination a walkover. He can beat just about anybody, as we saw in a recent tournament, taking out Mr. 5000 himself. So on his day, he can take anybody out.
Definitely. I wonder who he's bringing. He's bringing a Raiden to. Oh no, sorry. We see the Kotal mirror. Sorry, I'm looking at the wrong screen. I'm commentating on the stuff later.
Okay, so MisterJivs against WordThaRebel. Am I right in saying there's a Kotal mirror?
Yes, a Kotal mirror. Slightly different moves, obviously. We've got the Grand Discus for Jivs. I'm not even going to try. Hooey.
So, we are agreed.
For WordThaRebel.
Take odds beat us one. Chronica will fall before us.
Hey, this should get interesting.
Okay, so first the two guys, WordThaRebel and unfortunately just a throw punish there. And
yeah.
I mean, MisterJivs immediately starting out with the unsafe stuff there, Brian, and WordThaRebel not being awake to exactly how much he could have actually punished that. Got the 140 from the grab, but really could have been a little bit more than what you got.
You know, it's a weird thing. Mirror matches can sometimes undo people.
Now, I saw that happen on Combat Africa this week, didn't I? With Mr. Maker Smile and RTW. Also
yes,
Kotal Khans.
Two Kotals, absolutely.
And you know what? I actually thought that, based on myself playing both those guys, I actually thought that Mr. Maker Smile would have had a little bit of a better chance of getting closer in that match. I think it finished 5-2 at the end, which was quite a surprise for me. And I mean, you know, Mr. Maker Smile actually said that, you know, he just hates mirrors.
I agree. I also can't stand the mirror. It's weird. You know how to do everything with your character, but you don't always know how to counter those things. So, although, I mean, these two looking like they're pretty even at the moment.
Very even. And the unblockable just missed.
Oh, another punish that Word missed out on, but manages to close out the round with his,
almost traded on the kitty pounce there, but WordThaRebel, because he moved a little bit earlier, managed to get the win in that little mini match there between those two kitties. So he's up around and yeah, looking quite strong in this opening exchanges in round number 2. Jade likes it rough, says MisterJivs.
WordThaRebel, once he gets comfortable, displays a very, very high fight IQ. So, yeah, Jivs has got to be careful. And
just as you said, high fight IQ there. He first decided not to amplify the unblockable, and when he spotted his moment, he then amplified it. And I mean, I think in that exchange, he probably got about 200 plus damage.
Yep, there you go.
Oh, and I think that's going to do
long,
it.
Normal, almost closes out the
No,
round.
that is it. Has to be. It is.
Oh, that homing sun. That'll just follow you around and kill you if you ain't got no life left.
Well, very clever play there from WordThaRebel, and I think what we're going to see from MisterJivs now is in fact a character swap. I'm almost 100% sure of that. We are going to experience, and I mean, MisterJivs has quite a few characters. He's got the Sundal, which can be wicked depending on the opponent. He's got a Cabal, who can also be quite wicked depending on the opponent, and he does play a few other characters as well. I mean, not so long ago I was playing against him, and he pulled out, if I'm not mistaken, he pulled out a character I've never seen him play with before. And I can't for the life of me remember who that character is. I think it might even have been a Johnny, I'm not too sure.
A Johnny? Very unusual.
For MisterJivs,
Okay.
yeah.
So he's gone with Old Faithful, Shang Tsung, the OG bad guy, Mortal Kombat 1's big boss. I love this character so much. Probably one of my favorite Mortal Kombat characters of all time, old Shang Tsung.
Well, I must be honest with you, when they first announced the Combat Pack 1 and they said that he was going to be the very first DLC, I was over the moon. And I was even more over the moon when character number 2 came in Nightwolf.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sundal could have stayed away, so could Arnie. I wasn't too worried about them, but I did rather enjoy the last two as well, being Spawn and the Joker.
Yes, yeah, I think that those two fit quite well.
Look at that damage from one combo there, Brian. 447 damage because he managed to break his armor with a crushing blow.
That armor break of Kotal Khan's is an absolute nightmare. You do not want to be caught with that. In fact, in most cases, you just don't even want to break if you know that he's still got that.
Well, there's actually quite a few characters that have a similar move. One being Baraka, because if you manage to get the gutted customized with your charging blade, or I'm not sure what that other move is called, but it's basically like a very quick half screen advancing mid attack that basically skewers you, so to speak.
Yes, Mr. Wolf, you've caught me with that a few times.
And it does 500 and something odd damage from 2 hits.
Ridiculous.
That's Baraka for you, isn't it?
But Jivs managing to close out that first round with his old faithful Shang. And WordThaRebel looking like he's in a bit of trouble. Jivs very, very comfortable looking at the moment.
Well, I must be honest with you, Brian. The first to 2 format is something that I do know will pass by very quickly simply because of the speed of the matches.
Yeah,
and absolutely. I think the plan, guys, is to actually play all the matches on stream tonight. Unless, of course, there are connectivity issues, as was the case between Lord Aerys and Clarence Zenzo. So we are planning to have all the matches played up on stream tonight. It is a first to 2 throughout the tournament. The only time it's going to revert to a first to 3 is when we are in grand finals. And as we're talking about connectivity and lag, somebody busy downloading some hentai porn here, but okay, I think they stopped the download before it became too troublesome.
WordThaRebel doing so well at getting back into this match because he was down and out. And managed to get those totems out and came right back into it.
Well, you mentioned it in game 1 there, didn't you, Brian? What we call the high IQ play that WordThaRebel often possesses.
Absolutely, he gets comfortable, he's very difficult to deal with. And Jivs was looking very comfortable in that first round, and it looks like it's a complete turnaround at this stage.
And again, spacing good.
It's not over till the fat lady sings, so let's see. Jivs doing a little bit of work on his own, those overheads.
And you know that forward 2 is not even an overhead, Brian. It's actually a mid. But just the animation suggests that it does hit overhead, but it's actually a mid. And it is putting in quite a bit of work there for MisterJivs, but great flawless block there. But unfortunately, Corpse drop a little out of reach, and I think this is going to do it.
I believe that is the match if we don't lag out.
No, well, it's the match nonetheless. Yeah, that's the match.
WordThaRebel putting in work on stream. This man tends to come alive when he's on the big stage.
Well, I don't think that was a result that Ngoni was anticipating, because I think he was almost waiting patiently to see if he could maybe end up with Jivs in some sort of match. But with Jivs now moving down to the loser side of the bracket, one wonders if that's actually going to happen. Let's wait and see.
So, we have Mr. CharlieWolf up next. Let me see if Lord Aerys and Clarence Renzo have managed to play their match.
And then MisterJivs and WordThaRebel can just exit the lobby. I will be updating the scores on my side just to make sure that each of these matches appear on the challenge website as soon as possible. So am I right in saying that that was a 2-0 win for WordThaRebel?
Absolutely, 2-0 it was.
Okay, so WordThaRebel going through to round number 3, where he will now face Ngoni in the next round. But before we get into that match, we are still waiting for the result to come through from Lord Aerys and Clarence Renzo. And in the meantime, Brian, I think what we can do in the meantime is get my match with Zakl underway.
Unfortunately, I have just received a message from Clarence Renzo saying that their connection is just pretty much unplayable at this point.
Okay, so in that case, unfortunately, Brian, we're going to have to favor the South African connections. So, unfortunately, Clarence, I'm going to push you down into the losers bracket. Unfortunately, there's not much else that we can do. And let's just see what that's going to do in terms of the bracket.
Okay, Zakl has been invited to the COF. Now, would you like to commentate through this match?
No, I'm going to just mute my own microphone now. And yeah, you can go ahead and just entertain the crowd. There are 20 of them in chat right now. So yeah, entertain them, and I'll be back as soon as my match is done.
Are you not entertained, folks? You see, that's a Shao Kahn line. See what I'm doing?
Shao Kahn stole it from Gladiator. Come on.
GG's. Rebel says Ngoni. And MisterJivs says you must stop Ngoni for me. Okay, we've got Zakl in the COF, so CharlieWolf will go off AFK and we will get this match underway.
Okay, just before I disappear, I'm just updating the scoreboards so that the guys in chat are aware what's happening, who has how much points, etc, etc. And then yeah, we'll get the next match underway.
Cool, Clarence Renzo is happy to go to losers bracket. And yeah, we'll see what happens again from there. All the guys being very, very polite to each other in chat. GG's Jivs. No, will do my best. Come on, guys, this is CharlieWolf's channel. You guys have got to show a little bit of salt. J-Word, WordThaRebel. Okay, guys, here we go. CharlieWolf himself going up against Zakl, his first time on stream, so I think the nerves will probably play a part here, and first to 2, so he's not going to have a lot of time to get comfortable. Let's see what he can do against CharlieWolf's very scary Jivs. Kevin Johnson, our man from across the pond, saying let's go Charlie. Says he's gonna keep some salt for me. Bring it, buddy. I ain't scared. Alright, here we go. Let's see what we're dealing with here.
Round 1. Fight.
Zakl buffing up. Oh, misses the wake up. And CharlieWolf hits him with the low. Misses the wake up again. Shouldn't be too trigger happy on that wake up. Needs to be careful there. CharlieWolf using that, I think it's a down 4 from Fujin very well. The wake up hits this time. Oh, missed a massive punish on that teleport. And some swaggy combos coming in. This is the spear. That is unsafe if you do not hit confirm it. So he's another wake up. Manages to land the grab, and can he get something going of his own here? The overhead lands. CharlieWolf using Fujin's wind. Fujin breaking wind. And Zakl maybe perhaps getting a little bit impatient, but doing some good work now, but once again Fujin breaks wind and manages to close out the round. What a cool scorpion skin that Zakl is rocking here. Putting in some work. Oh, not sure what that overhead was all about. Getting a little bit impatient on the block there, and with the wake up again. Another one doing work. CharlieWolf using those lovely normals of Fujin that have a lot of pushback. Trying to draw him in with that wind again. And now we see a little bit of the old Samurai Jack standoff. And CharlieWolf saying, "What are you doing, dude? I'm just gonna shoot an arrow in your face hole." And oh, there we go. Zakl's come alive. Manages to land the teleport. And here we go again. Some action back in this match. Ooh, misses the overhead. CharlieWolf fails to punish. Walks all the way into the corner. Gets speared by Zakl. Lands the crushing blow. What can he do here? Oh, maybe a little bit of an input error there. Gets the crushing blow now. And manages to close out the round. Oh, not quite. But maybe that damage over time is going to kill him. Oh, he's very close to death. And Zakl manages to close that out and leave Fujin in the corner. Very impressive play there. A little bit scrappy, but it's working. And now we see the patience again. Manages to get the buff on that spear. Fujin using that crazy movement that he has. He's just getting all over the screen. You're not quite sure where he's coming from, where he's going. Daggering that forward 3, I think it is. Oh, this is the spear. That's normal, not quite long enough to hit him after that spear, but manages to get a combo going now, and cashes in for 305 damage. Very nice by Fujin. Oh, the wake up again! Almost like you don't expect it to happen so often, so it catches you often. Or am I talking cut? Jadeware Audio says, "Lol, are these two dancing?" Looks like it, dude. Something like that. Zakl getting the crushing blow on that throw, and Fujin bleeding a little bit of damage. Manages to land another throw. Wow, very impressive from Zakl. Started a little bit shaky, but looking comfortable now. And now they're dancing again, but he will be punished for that. Very clever play by CharlieWolf, managing to hit confirm into the fatal blow, and that's GG. 1-zip CharlieWolf. But looking like a very interesting match. Zakl got those strange scorpion styles. Likes to be waking up. What do you think about that match, chat? What did you think about that match? Fujin breaking wind, corpse throwing spears around like it's nobody's business. Are we going to see a character select change? No, we're not. Oh, sorry, I meant from Zakl. Zakl's asking in chat, was that live? Yes, sir, that was live. You are on the stream. Well, J-Word Audio, Zakl didn't even realize that he was on stream there, so I'm not sure nerves really played a part. But here we go, round 2. I think that he is aware that he's on stream now, so what is going to happen?
Round 1. Fight!
There we go. CharlieWolf with that low starter, turning into a nice big combo here, and 305 damage at the beginning of the round. That crazy Fujin movement. But Zakl managing to land the spear, and doesn't complete the combo there. You know, dealing with this Fujin is so difficult when the user of Fujin is so proficient at using that Skywalker move and just getting around the screen. If you're not used to that, it can be very, very difficult to deal with. And he's obviously got those super long normals as well. A super fast projectile. He's a good character. He's very, very cool. But we all know what Scorps can do as well. As CharlieWolf would like to say. Scorpion says, screw neutral. Oh, manages to get that teleport but drops the combo. CharlieWolf using those quick normals. And then ends it with that projectile. Very, very effective. Zakl managing to get a combo of his own going. The overhead there, CharlieWolf not expecting it. Jumping. And once again ends with that projectile. Sometimes you're not expecting it and it'll hit you in the face. You'll die.
Fight!
Gets the buff on the spear. Manages to land the down 1. CharlieWolf doesn't care that he's in the corner. And oh, lovely little flying kick into spear there, and manages to land the big combo with the crushing blow with a little bit of damage over time. And Zakl looking good now. Starting to look a little bit more comfortable, I think. Ooh, a little bit trigger happy on that spear. Wakes up again. This is the overhead. Manages to duck the throw and is going to get a little combo, but has put CharlieWolf out of the corner again. Not the best idea, I don't think, although it doesn't seem to be phasing Zakl at this point. Delayed wake up, and very clever by Zakl, chipping him out with I think it's called the Burning Spear. Correct me if I'm wrong, folks. I think it's called that, or maybe that's called the Burning Spear. That makes sense. Forcing Zakl to break away. And we're on to the last round of the second match. Zakl caught in the corner here. CharlieWolf making it work for him. Zakl's going to have to try and get out of there. I would suggest using a Scorpion teleport if he gets a moment, but CharlieWolf's not giving him that space. Jumping, going to use the teleport there. Manages to land the last kick of that little combo string. Oh, CharlieWolf puts himself in the corner, and Zakl puts himself in the corner again. Using that fast projectile, Zakl managing to duck it, and didn't duck it that time. He amplified enough to close it out, and one of my favorite friendships in the game, Fujin flying his kite. Just look how happy this dude looks. Look at him, what a sweetheart. GG Zakl, that was good stuff. First time on stream, ladies and gentlemen. Show him some love in the chat.
That was a fun match. I'm back.
Yeah, I was going to say, I believe that Mr. CharlieWolf is back. I love this friendship. So, Zakl.
Okay, Zakl, thanks. Good games, and yeah.
If you would please leave the lobby.
Candice Burgess in chat. If somebody can just inform Zakl that it is a 1st to 2 setting, he's more than welcome to leave the lobby now. If somebody can just mention to Zakl that he may leave the lobby so that we can get the next match underway.
Cool, I have let him know that he can leave the lobby. And sticking around. There he goes. There he goes. Okay, so who's next?
Okay, so after that score has been updated, we've got the winners side of the bracket now confirmed. So we're going to go into the losers round, and we're going to get Zakl in here again to go up against Artdepartment. So I do
Alright.
believe that Artdepartment just jumped into another game. So if we can just let him know that he's up, Brian, and then we can get Zakl in here to take on Artdepartment.
Artdepartment playing Dragon Ball Fighter Z. Which I believe is also a very cool fighting game. I haven't played it myself, but it's
Neither have
obviously one
I,
of the
funny
big ones.
enough.
It's
You know,
one of the big ones on the circuit.
I'm of that generation that didn't grow up watching the Dragon Ball Z, and I'm often criticized heavily by the FGC community for not knowing anything about Dragon Ball Z. But I'm going to stick to my guns. I don't know Dragon Ball Z, and I don't care to know either.
I'm a big fan of Dragon Ball Z. You know, I probably wasn't of the generation that grew up watching it, but I'm a bit of a man-child, so
Alright.
I did watch it when I was older. I studied animation, so you know,
Makes sense. Makes sense.
And yeah, Vegeta all the way. Put up your hands, Vegeta lovers, in the chat.
Okay, so Artdepartment has left Dragon Ball Fighters and he's gone back into MK11. So have the invites gone out, Brian?
They have now. Why is Zakl? Why does his name start with a Z? He's all the way at the bottom of the list. Okay, invites have been sent. Both players are aware that they are in a match. And Zakl jumping straight into his second match on stream, never been on stream before, is on 2 matches in a row. So let's see what these guys can do. Quench my thirst. Confirm that they have received the invite. Zakl is in the lobby, and we are just waiting for Artdepartment.
Okay, General Jaeger in chat. If you didn't take note of the comms regarding the PS4 tournament, that tournament has in fact been cancelled. So all the matches that were due to be played, they were no longer played. So
Artdepartment has just informed me that he keeps on getting an error message saying that the game session is not available. Let me try and invite him again. I was having similar issues recently. Let's hope that Artdepartments are not as serious as mine.
I see he's in the lobby now.
Great, okay, awesome.
So he's good to go, which means that we are just about good to go as well.
Awesome stuff. Okay, let's see who Zakl is going to bring to the table. Let's see who Artdepartment is going to bring to the table. Brought a very tricky looking Fujin.
Scream Queen.
A Sindel. Artdepartment going with a lot of characters that I don't normally see him play.
Don't fall in.
So he's obviously been labbing, branching out. And Zakl going with his tricky Scorpion.
Okay, it looks to be a little bit of an issue on screen right now. But
Correct?
nope, I think Fujin, or sorry, not Fujin, Sandel's body disappeared, but the hair stayed behind. But glad the match is still going ahead. I thought for a second it was going to get busy to lag out now, Brian, but unfortunately, or fortunately rather, that's not the case.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but is this a tournament variation that we're seeing from Zakl?
I'm not sure, but again, you know, the comms didn't really go out, so we're gonna give
A mulligan.
people the benefit of the doubt. Yeah, it does seem to be very much a carbon copy of Searing Rage, but that's fine, guys. I think for the purpose of tonight, we can just be thankful that Zakl has made himself available for this impromptu tournament. And yeah, he's on stream for the first time tonight, and I must be honest with you, he earned my respect for that Scorpion gameplay. Very patient, very tricky at times. I'm not the biggest fan of Scorpion in terms of fighting against him, but Zakl clearly knew how to use the character.
Well, he tends to, as you say, take things rather slow, which is not normally something you see from Scorpion players. and uses that teleport very sparingly, which is probably the way to do it if you're a Scorpion player, because it's very easy to punish.
Well, especially if you're using the teleport that doesn't have the cancel attached to it.
Exactly.
And I mean, even in this first round, we see that Artdepartment has taken it, but he had about 250 life points. So it says that, you know, Zakl's made a little bit of headway in terms of getting that round.
Artdepartment doing a really, really great job of fighting his way back into the match, because he was at a pretty serious life deficit at one point. But putting the Sindel to work, and Zakl managing to get himself out of the corner. Oh, that is punishable, and perhaps not optimally punished there, but punished nonetheless.
Let's go, block there. Goes for the air to air. Zakl wins that, jumps into the corner, but pushes Sindel right back in with a backward grab. 1 down apiece in game number 1 here on the loser side of the bracket.
Ludorek asking, where's my spot, Charlie? Sorry, buddy, this was put together very, very, very quickly. We had space for 8, and it was pretty much a first come, first serve kind of deal. So,
yeah, whoever was online at that point that we were putting the tournament together, Ludorek, that's basically who we went with, and this is the people that ended up being available. But please do not forget, guys, this just is the 24th of September. September itself is the month of customs. So we will be having some sort of events between now and the end of this month, hopefully on both PC and PS4. And yeah, we'll still have a couple of more custom events happening before the end of, or the start, should I say, the start of the new series coming in October. Watch this space. Zakl looking like he's about to close off, but suffers a crushing blow.
Oh, he misses it, and the trade
gets
him the match.
So that's Zakl's first win on stream, and I'm sure it's one that he's never going to forget.
Absolutely. It was a pretty sweaty match.
Yeah, no, it was. But you know, in a tournament environment, Brian, you are going to experience a couple of sweaty matches on top of all the really good, high-quality matches. You're going to get some sweaty matches as well. That was obviously one of them. And, you know, Artdepartment had every chance of closing out that match now had he landed that fatal blow, but unfortunately just missed the timing on it. And then, you know, the air-to-air obviously worked in Zakl's favor, having established quite a nice life lead in that third round there. So, Zakl up by 1-0.
Artdepartment sticking with his Sindel pick. Obviously, no, I lied. Oh, he's gone with his Scorpion. We saw his Scorpion in a PS4 stream not so long ago. I believe on Combat Africa he played his Scorpion.
It was actually last week Sunday at the start of the custom tournament, Brian. He pulled out a Scorpion, and I was quite surprised because, like you were saying, now he labs quite a few characters. I'd never seen him play a Scorpion before. And
see his Scorpion again now.
And so, from what I've seen, the Scorpion did not do bad at all. Okay, great reversal punish there coming through from Zakl. Burn Beach says Artdepartment. Zakl with a very, very custom default name. Burn Beach. Now tell me, those 2 stars that appear there in the variation name of Artdepartment, are those automatically inserted because the game picks up that it's foul language, or is it something that he manually inserted in there?
I wonder. That's a really, really good question. I would imagine that it was inserted. I remember wanting to call my Shao Kahn something that the game thought was controversial. It wasn't, by the way.
Yeah.
And it just wouldn't let me do it. So it didn't insert anything in there. So I would imagine that that Artdepartment has put those little ninja stars in there. I can't remember what I wanted to call it. Anyway, it's not important.
Well, what is important right now is that Zakl is on the verge of actually taking his first set victory on stream. And
Oh,
very
and he's
convincingly
such a
so.
good-
Artdepartment does not look like he has too many answers here.
Oh, beautiful work by Zakl. And I do believe that is Artdepartment's tournament.
It is in fact Artdepartment's time to say goodbye to Custom Combat PC for the evening.
Congratulations to the new boy, Zakl, for winning your first stream match. That's gonna feel good.
And I'm sure what will feel even better is if he looks at stream and sees a couple of comments on the chat just confirming that, you know, what the guys had seen, they're actually quite impressed by.
And Artdepartment confirming that he put those there. The game does not allow foul language. Candice Burgess says, nice, Zakl. It was nice.
Zakl, I found out today, Brian, is actually one of the Cape Town boys, and obviously somebody that we can reach out to in terms of what we're planning to do as a Cape Town community in the very near future as Artdepartment goes immediately back to Dragon Ball Fighters. But there's definitely something that we can consider in terms of getting him involved in the planned Cape Town FGC boys hike sometime, I would assume probably in October.
Yes, indeed. Very much looking forward to that. So all you Cape Town boys in chat, I see quite a few of you. We will send you guys a save the date at some point. Let's meet and let's greet each other in the flesh.
Okay, so what I'm going to ask now is for Clarence Renzo and Zakl to try and join the COT lobby, knowing full well that this might be something that we need to play off stream. But let's try to get Clarence Renzo and Zakl back in here. So Zakl immediately going into his third match
This
in
is
tournament.
The Zakl show tonight.
So far so good for Zakl. And yeah, there's every opportunity to maybe bring that Scorpion pain to Clarence Renzo's character choices, because I think Zakl enters this tournament as a bit of an unknown entity, Brian, and not too many people have played him, not too many people will know what to expect. And as we saw in just the match that we saw now not so long ago, Artdepartment falling victim, trying the Scorpion pick to counter Zakl's Scorpion play, but actually worked completely against Artdepartment, and Zakl looking rather comfortable at the end of that game.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely started to look more and more comfortable as the matches progressed, and doing some great work with Scorpion, as you yourself found out earlier.
Jivan, we just want to make sure that Clarence Renzo can actually play on stream. I know he is having connectivity issues. Edward Cheetah, welcome.
Clarence Renzo is in the COT. We are now just waiting for Zakl. Just confirm that he has actually received the invite. He's probably gone to the loo. I wouldn't blame him.
Well, while we're waiting for Zakl, let me just take a word of advice from Miss Blion-O, saying that the best word to use in the situation where you need to just have a sip of water is not to lubricate the throat, but rather to hydrate the throat. So
I like to lubricate the throat.
I'm going to be back shortly. In fact, Zakl is here. Brian, I might just ask you to take the first round.
No problem.
And yeah, I'll be back shortly. Clarence Renzo on 116 ping. Zakl on 67 ping. Let's see if this game is going to hold out. I'll be back shortly, guys.
No problem. Okay, Clarence Renzo bringing his Nightwolf out. I have been waiting for this. And no, it looks like we're going to bomb out. I do believe that is Clarence Renzo once again. We are going to try to get him back in.
In fact, what you can do, Brian, is maybe just ask these two guys if they can connect off stream. If there are any connection issues, again, unfortunately, Zakl is going to have to take the W, with preference being given to the South African fighters. So if you can just maybe find out if these guys can play off stream, and if there are still connection issues, unfortunately, We'll have to say goodnight to Clarence Renzo, and Zakl will then advance into the next round of the losers bracket.
Okie dokie. I have let them know, and I guess that means that myself and MisterJivs are up.
That is correct. Will you invite MisterJivs?
I'll invite him. I don't want to, but I will.
I'll be back shortly.
Cool. Alright guys, I am going to go silent as well. Let me just make sure that Jivs has actually gotten my invite. And Jivs? Oh, he's not in the group chat, how rude. MisterJivs, can you confirm in the YouTube chat that you're hearing me, that you have received my invitation to the Koth, and that you are ready to have your ass handed to you? Or not? Who knows? Jivs. He's ducking, boys. He is ducking. See if there's any other matches. We can't actually have any other matches until this one is done. So there we go, there he is, he's in the Koth. Alright guys, I'm going to quickly put my mic on silent so that I can concentrate on the game, and I will see you guys in just a bit.
Okay, I'm back, and it looks as if MisterJivs is in the Koth lobby as well. So don't expect to hear Blion-O's voice as he plays his match against MisterJivs. In this loser side of the bracket, MisterJivs having gone down to WordThaRebel, Blion-O having gone down to Ngoni 615 or Deathstroke. These two guys now facing each other in the losers bracket. Shiva versus Shao Kahn. No hidden curses shenanigans by MisterJivs. We're going straight into the action here. Guys from South Africa, just a big thank you to you guys for making the time to come and support the stream tonight. Really appreciate it. And then to those guys from the other parts of Africa, welcome. I see WCC in chat, Forensic, I see Cheddar, I see General Jaeger, I see the Khan of Africa, Chimba Mutali, Killjoy himself, I see Artdepartment, Jaywood Audio, Edward Cheetah. I see you all here guys, thank you so much. Christian Clay, really appreciate the support tonight. It is a public holiday here in South Africa. That is one nasty looking setup there from Jivs. Great play there from Blion-O. Established quite a nice life lead here, 134 life points. Gets the forward grab, and I think this is going to do it for the first round. Shikaka and Shao Kahn takes round number 1. What time am I playing? Welele Zaza, legendary league winner. Unfortunately, Guy, the Kustom Combat PS4 tournament has been cancelled due to lack of availability from most of the guys who are due to take part. So unfortunately, that tournament is not going to be finishing. But what does seem to be finishing right now is that Shikaka, Blion-O, and the Shao Kahn pick is making light work of the Shiva at this point of at least. Oh yeah, we get the stomp here. Is Shiva going to stomp her way back into this round? Yet another unblockable this time for projectiles. Oh, great play there from... Okay, I also want to play on stream. Mr. Zaza, if you have a PC and you've got Mortal Kombat installed, let us know. It seems that in terms of the PC community, these guys are hungry for stream action, and you know, if you have a PC with some MK11 installed on it, let us know and we will accommodate you in the very near future. It's nice to see you back on the scene after winning that legendary league against Brandon Shao Kahn. in Injustice 2, I believe you took it with Green Lantern. That was a crazy set. I'll never forget watching that set. And yeah, I think everybody that was supporting South Africa was expecting Brandon to take that, but you pulled through, and as a result, you've obtained that legendary league status, legendary league winner status. Blion-O playing clever, Jaywood Audio saying beautiful. Ngoni, I'm glad that you are absolutely thrilled with the quality of the fighters that we are seeing on stream tonight. Artdepartment gone out just in the match before this. Blion-O now leading by 1-0. Guys, please, I do apologize if the scores are not reflected correctly on stream, but the score as things stand right now is in fact 1-0. Ooh, down to crashing blow. Okay, gets the grab this time. 130 damage. Over it connects. Shiva in a little bit of trouble trying to get back into this match. Again, falls victim to the grab. 174 points of life left for Shiva, and a forward grab by Shao Kahn. He is now in match point. Candice must be chuffed at what she's seeing right now with the Shikaka pick from Blion-O, and again interrupts Shiva's advance there. Some plus frames there for MisterJivs to take advantage of, but Blion-O pokes himself out of that situation, lands the forward grab, unblockable stomp there from Shiva, ×2, and now comes the projectile game. Okay, great wake up there, forward grab again. These guys are level on life right now. No wake up, no meter to wake up there, Brian, but your meter is starting to rejuvenate now, so are you going to try and wake up? No. Shiva, oh, that was great play there. Unfortunately, Shiva is going to land the closing punch there, and is 1 round apiece in game number 2. Not completely out of it just yet as MisterJivs. He's got every chance of pulling this game back. But right now it's Blion-O, and this is going to do some serious damage. 290, 2 bars of meter spent though. Lands the grab this time. Mixing it up beautifully there is this Blion-O. Crushing blow, nope. Oh, punish there, and this is going to hurt. MisterJivs is going to be forced to break away. No, he's not. Oh, and Blion-O has finished that with the brutality, and MisterJivs says goodbye, but unfortunately we're not going to see any sort of run back tonight, whether it be between MisterJivs and myself or MisterJivs and Ngoni 615, because MisterJivs, as a result of that 2-0 victory by Blion-O, is saying good night. Brian, that was some impressive Shao Kahn play. I think it's the spirit of Shikaka that is getting you through these matches, because that was absolutely insane. Shikaka.
Yeah. GG's Jivs. I owed you from the PC custom combat where you knocked me out. So an eye for an eye, as they say. But thanks, man. That was awesome. I'm still shaking. So, whew. Damn, Shiva, man. Okay, we're back. Okay, who's next?
Well, let's just see if we've got some sort of an update from Clarence Zenzo and Zakl.
Let's have a look.
Guys, for those of you who are listening to the background music, this is actually a recent download that I picked up, the soundtrack to Mortal Kombat Deception that you hear in the background there.
That's cool.
Any update there from anybody in chat? If you can just let me know.
I have not heard back from them, which means that they might be in a match.
Okay, they might be in a match, which means that while we're waiting for them to confirm, We are now going into the winner side of the bracket, guys. WordThaRebel with his third match on stream this evening, going up against Deathstroke, Ngoni 615. So if you can get WordThaRebel and Ngoni, both these guys still have both their tournament lives. One of them are going to say goodbye to at least one of their tournament lives as soon as this match is done. Who it's going to be remains to be seen, but for now, WordThaRebel going up against Ngoni 615, followed by
have been sent out.
Myself going up against Lord Aerys. And again, just a big thank you to the competitors here for making themselves available at really short notice. I mean, you were there, Brian, putting these tournaments together, and I mean, this was done in the space of probably about 45 minutes, if not less.
Yeah, about 45 minutes. We managed to get 8 guys together.
In fact, it was 9 because we'd actually forgotten to include the person who confirmed first, being WordThaRebel. But he's here.
Clarence Renzo has confirmed that him and Zakl are currently in the throes of battle. So
okay, that's perfect. That's perfect.
So there we go. Awesome. So we've got both these guys in the lobby, and we want to see some more matches. This has been so fun.
It has indeed. I'm enjoying myself here. I'm enjoying the quality of the matches. I'm enjoying the chat and everything that's been going on in chat, the banter that's going on in chat, the friendliness. I'm enjoying it thoroughly. And
Luderick says Blion is a problem. This is coming from somebody who probably handed me my own ass about 7 times today. So he's being very polite.
So this is Deathstroke. I'm going to refer to you as Deathstroke, my friend, even though we all know you as Ngoni. You want to be called Deathstroke, so we'll call you Deathstroke.
Good night, Jivs. We know that you have had an incredibly long day, buddy. So go get those Z's, man.
Okay, so we've got a Cabal pick here from Ngoni 615. Good work, everyone, says Parasarama. It's been such a lot of fun just to see the PC guys coming together and basically agreeing to put a show on for you guys in chat. That's all what it comes down to.
Yeah, but we love the guys in chat. We always see those same faces, and they're always here, they're always supporting, and yeah, dude, this is who we do it for. Thank you so much for being with us.
This is going to be a very, very interesting match here because we do know that, as you mentioned before, WordThaRebel having taken the PC cost not so long ago, if you recall, Brian.
Yes.
High IQ play regularly, going up against a player that has been leveling up seriously over the last 2 weeks, I think. And already this Cabal looking to be a little bit of a problem here for WordThaRebel.
This Cabal is so difficult to deal with. Everything he does is safe, and you know, you talk about pressure characters. Cabal is one of the most hectic pressure characters because he just never stops. Maybe you can sort of inform me, how do you get in on Cabal? Because I mean, personally, this character is a nightmare for me.
He's got such a lot of tools. He's got the back one, which has got some serious range. He's got fast spokes. He's got that air projectile that can kind of just keep his opponents at bay. He's got access to crushing blows. He's got a little bit of everything.
Yeah, and he's got that nasty jump in as well.
The jump, I think it's a jump too, if I'm not mistaken. He's got that cancel if he's playing the mean streak. If there's one person that I've seen play the mean streak Cabal extremely well, Brian, have a look at Dexter Fury on the PC and PS4 circuit. His mean streak Cabal is unlike any Cabal I've ever seen, hands down.
And it's probably the more difficult variation to play as well. That's Word slowly getting himself back into this, but is it going to be enough? He is caught in the corner, and once this Cabal gets going, he's very, very difficult to punish. Goes YOLO on the fatal blow, misses it, and is punished duly. Ngoni with very, very impressive knowledge of the whole roster, so it doesn't matter who you pick, he's going to pick the best counter that he thinks is best counter, and did a very, very good job here.
I don't think we're going to see WordThaRebel go for any character pick, I don't think, or any character swap. He's comfortable with the Kotal pick.
I suspect we could see a Joker.
I honestly doubt that, but you know, I've been wrong before. I have been wrong before, and just as I say that, you prove yourself to be correct. We do in fact see a Joker.
He does love. I think the Joker is his, especially on stream in serious situations. The Joker is his pocket character that he'll go to if he feels that Kotal isn't working. And his Joker's dangerous, so why not? I've just received a message from Clarence Renzo saying 2-1 in favor of Zakl. Zakl moves forward. A very, very impressive tournament showing for his first tournament.
Well, that's absolutely brilliant from Zakl. And you know, big up to him. You know, he kind of said yes at the first time of asking. He wasn't even asking too many questions. He didn't know about the tournament rules. What does FT2 mean? So he was still, you know, wet behind the ears in terms of stream and activity on stream, etc. But he put himself out there. Speedy 615 already in a very early life lead here against these nuts.
These nuts,
says WordThaRebel.
I love the custom variation names.
Now they really are bringing it. They're not just wanting to show us the custom designs, but even the names of the variations.
And Gorny not giving a shit about that fire on the ground.
Oh, come on, WordThaRebel, that was a punish and a half. But okay, he manages to get about 185 to be exact.
That bird boy beat down, setting up for that crushing blow. But yeah, Cabal, I mean, he never stops. Zakl now chatting to me, confirming the score between him and Clarence Renzo.
Okay, as soon as this match is finished, Brian, I will update that bracket as well. WordThaRebel falls, and he's now facing match point. Gordy just one round away from taking this particular set, and that will basically spell WordThaRebel going down into the losers bracket.
And Gordy, as you say, probably one of the favorites at this stage, along with yourself, to take this. Looking very, very strong with this Cabal. Managed to land that crushing blow, and WordThaRebel is going to need to find an answer. Big punish there. Amplified Bird Boy beat down again. I wonder if he shouldn't have taken a little bit more damage there, if he could have, instead of going for that Bird Boy beat down.
But he's gone for it again, and I think he's just nicely eating up at Deathstroke's life here. Oh, that was a bit of a custom move there. Oh, lands the fatal blow here, and this is going to be squeaky bum time here for WordThaRebel.
And that is the dangerous thing about Cabal's crushing blow. You cannot throw a projectile at him when his fatal blow is active, because all he has to do is hit those two buttons and he's avoiding that projectile, and you are screwed. But WordThaRebel managing to close that round out, and we've got a game.
We do, and now the nice thing for WordThaRebel is that Gorny does not have access to that fatal blow in this round 3. But not going to make too much of a difference if he's going to continue giving up a little bit of life every time. But okay, great crushing blow there. No conversion though.
So oppressive in the corner, and he's going to chuck him back into the corner here. And he just landed 267 damage combo. That's not too shabby. And he's back on the offensive immediately.
The range on that back one is just posing or causing so many problems here for WordThaRebel.
Absolutely crazy, and it's safe on stagger. It's safe if you complete the string.
Nope.
Oh, he misses it, and Gorny with the patience.
Whoop, and the brutality to finish it off, sending a statement there saying, I'm the favorite here tonight, guys.
In true Gorny fashion. And I'm pretty sure we're going to see a get good in the chat very shortly.
Well, let me just update the scores here as I am waiting to see who the next match is. So Zakl has gone up 2-1 over Clarence Zenza. That was an impressive tournament showing and still continuing. And then WordThaRebel taking that, going down by 2-0 against Ngoni 6-1-5. Okay, so that means that Ngoni advances into the
semi-finals
indeed, where he's going to face the winner between myself and Lord Aerys, who are up next. WordThaRebel goes down into the loser side of the bracket, where he's going to face Zakl.
Yeah, let me inform Lord Aerys that he is up. Moving along quite nicely now. WordThaRebel up against Zakl in losers. Myself up against the loser of this match between you and Lord Aerys. Confirm that he has, yes, he's in the lobby, so you guys are good to go.
Alright, so I'm going to leave AFK and I'm going to go straight into the match now, and I'll see you immediately after the match.
Good luck, sir. Rogage Junior saying, go Mr. Zakl, you can do it. He's been doing it, dude. He has been doing it. So, WCC, I am an Ngoni supporter. Well, you've come to the right place because he seems to be doing quite well. Ngoni into semi-finals. Paris Arama says 6 people need to hit that like button. Yes, guys, please. If you haven't hit that like button yet, just if you're watching on your phone, just close the chat for 2 seconds, give that like button a crushing blow, and then come back to chat because we love you. We want you to. CharlieWolf gone with his Aaron Black pick. Lord Aerys with his Cassie pick, whom he seems to prefer in pressure situations. Cassie is his go-to character, and she ain't too shabby, but he is up against a bit of a monster in Mr. CharlieWolf himself, who we all know is rather good at this game. So, what can Lord Aerys do? He's got the flying glow kick, he's got that low projectile kneecapping, and he's got the BLB-118 Bitchin drone. DMs to Jackie, the BFF, the selfie, and Aaron back just being cool because he's cool. As cool as the other side of the pillow. That scud shot is going to do all the work it needs to do against that low projectile, and Lord Aerys is going to learn that very quickly, as he is. Acid comes out, Lord Aerys keeping his distance. And CharlieWolf with that overhead manages to land it, doesn't go for the second one, and Lord Aerys trying to fight his way back. CharlieWolf with a great wake up, and then that big combo. Juggling the man, got him in the acid, 299 straight off the bat. And Cassie using those fast normals, manages to land the grab now, and manages to land that crushing blow on counter, I think it is. And things have slowed down a bit. Lord Aerys now very wary of using that low projectile. He knows that the amplifier is going to go straight through it and damage him. He puts out the damage over time bubble, which takes up about half the screen, but CharlieWolf having none of it, closes out the round. And we've got a very interesting game on our hands here. Both guys, Lord Aerys having to do quite a bit of thinking now. Not being able to use that kneecapping projectile as liberally as he would want. But using those long normals of Cassie's very well. Oh, he misses the down 2. And CharlieWolf right back at him, manages to land the grab, puts some distance between himself and Cassie, spits out the acid, that damage over time, knocks him back into it, ends with a scud shot there, and looking pretty comfortable at the moment. Lord Aerys got to find some answers now. Rolls in. More long normals, forces the breakaway, and fast normals. He's going to have to cash out here. Manages to restand him. 294 damages. Lands the grab, and needs to use this corner position as wisely as possible. Oh, the YOLO crushing blow. CharlieWolf ready for it. Blocks it and closes that out with a crushing blow to finish game 1. Are we going to see a character swap here? Lord Aerys has got to know that that recap and projectile that he loves so much is not going to be that effective against Aaron Black, who has got all the tools that he needs to deal with all the zoning. So it's going to get interesting. It's going to get interesting. Lord Aerys plays quite a bit of the roster, so he will have options. J-Red Audio saying, I've seen Scud Shot parry Aaron's full fatal blow in a mirror. Really? I ain't seen that. I ain't seen that. Lord Aerys going with his Cabal pick, also a character that he's very proficient with. As we all know and have just seen from Ngorni, Cabal is a difficult character to deal with if he can get some momentum, but if there's anybody that can stop momentum, it is Aaron Black. Many tools. Many tools. Ivan saying good luck everyone. I really want to stay and watch, but he can't. We know, dude. We know, dude. Go get some sleep. Thank you for coming in, and thank you for coming into the tournament on such short notice, dude. We really do appreciate it. Aerys trying to get something going here. Neutral jump not quite working for him there. CharlieWolf doing a great job of blocking these shots, but one manages to get through eventually. And now Lord Aerys getting a little bit of momentum, manages to land the grab, backs up. Maybe should have gone forward there, but projectile lands and he's back at it again. CharlieWolf with a very well timed wake up there and puts out the acid. Well blocked on that overhead by Lord Aerys. And not ready for the follow-up on that jump in, so CharlieWolf managing to land a very decent combo there, and now has Lord Aerys in the corner, and he's just eating damage on that acid, which does a lot more damage than people give it credit for. A lot of people happy to stand on that, uses the interactable, and then Scud Shot to finish it out. That incredibly fast Scud Shot. It's a very cool move, so super useful. And now he's probably going to look to empty out his rifle. Crushing blow on board now. And Lord Aerys looking a little bit tentative. And CharlieWolf taking advantage, spits out the acid once again. Oh, forces the breakaway. CharlieWolf would have been looking for the crushing blow there. Oh, whiffs it and is punished duly. Tries to go for the YOLO fatal blow, but CharlieWolf also ready for it and closes it out rather convincingly at the end of the day. So, CharlieWolf moving himself comfortably into the semi-finals against Ngorni himself.
That's going to be an interesting match.
That is going to be an interesting match. Congratulations from making it to the semis.
Cool. Let me just update the bracket as well.
Lord Aerys goes into losers, and I think I'm going to be his next opponent, which is a scary proposition. Lord Aerys, not too shabby at all. Going down to you, but we all know how good he can be when he fires on all cylinders.
Well, that is in fact your next opponent, but before we get into that match between yourself and Lord Aerys, let's just play the other losers round match between WordThaRebel and Zakl.
Okay, let me inform these gentlemen that they are going to be having a gentleman's duel.
Guys, so as you can see, a very short tournament. We are already looking to go into the losers quarterfinal now. In fact, if I can just share the bracket with you guys in chat right now, this is what we are looking at. That's the entire bracket as it is so far. And as you can see there, apart from the matches that involved Clarence Renzo, everything else has basically been 2-0s. Quite an interesting little observation there. Clarence Renzo obviously unable to play his first match against Lord Aerys. Got moved down to losers bracket as we are giving preference to the guys from South Africa. In fact, let me just make sure that I go AFK. Unfortunately, I forgot to go AFK on time. Okay, if I can just ask you, I'm going to leave the Koth lobby.
Cool.
If you can just send me an invite, Brian.
Will do. Thought we were going to see a little critality there.
Okay, so that's the bracket, guys, and yeah, we'll get back to that shortly.
Let me just confirm that Zakl says that he's not in Mortal Kombat at the moment, but he has confirmed that he has received my message. I think his game might have crashed, so he's going to probably have to... Yep, he said his game has crashed. He's just rebooting quickly.
Cool, that gives us enough time for me to just get my invite.
Okay, here we go. And Zakl is now playing Mortal Kombat 11. Let's give him just a couple of seconds to get past the loading screens, and then I will send him an invite once again. Chat, are you enjoying yourselves?
Failed to process invite. That's interesting.
Okay, let's invite you once again. I'll invite. Word, if you can hear me, could you just go AFK so that when Charlie joins the Koth, you guys don't get chucked into a match? Just for a sec, my friend. Just for a second. Okay. Resend the invite to... Did you receive my latest invite, CharlieWolf?
I have not. Let's just double check. No, I have not.
Oh, bummer. What is happening? Let me try one more time. Okay, invite. CharlieWolf. Oh, there seems to be something weird going on. Zakl has crashed again.
Okay, so what I'm going to do, Brian, is I'm actually going to start a new Koth, and let's just see if that's going to work.
Okay, cool. So we all need to leave this one.
Yeah, let me get the one into you first. Just let me know if you get it.
I have received an invite from you. I'm about to accept it. Sorry folks, technical difficulties, as is of course tradition. You hate to see it.
Okay, so you are back in. Let me just go AFK before we end up in a match.
Okay, we are both AFK.
Okay,
I'm going to resend the invites out to WordThaRebel and Zakl. Zakl, if you have got the stream open anywhere, maybe on your phone or something, please confirm that I'm saying your name right. Zakl. Let me just make sure that you guys know what's happening.
Has Word received the invite? Okay,
Word
Word has.
is
He's in the lobby.
In the lobby.
And we're just waiting on Zakl.
Okay, just invite him once again, just, you know, for the yes. Try and confirm that he is actually receiving my invitations. Currently typing to me. Joining. Cool. We got ourselves a game.
Okay, so fortunately that technical difficulty didn't take up too much time, I don't think, Brian.
No, and we've got them both in the Koth and we're
Both
ready
in the
to
Koth
go.
lobby, and we're about to get this match underway. Now, I don't know, but before the evening, didn't see or know too much of Zakl or Zakl. And I must be honest with you, based on what I've seen thus far this evening, really looking forward to see how this match ends up. WordThaRebel, obviously, we know is one of those characters that, again, like so many of us on PC, on their day they can take out anybody.
Exactly.
But Zakl proving to be a bit of an opponent for quite some of the guys already this evening.
Yeah,
let's see if his streak is going to continue.
Yeah, let's have a look-see. But one of the nice things about you saying something like you're not familiar with Zakl is just a testament to how this PC community keeps growing. And I don't know how much time you've spent in Combat League lately, but I keep coming up against low-ping players that I've never seen before. So
I've actually
it's really,
picked it
really
up
cool.
quite a bit in this season. I haven't played this season too often. Okay. Zakl starting with a forward grab there, 174 damage, so he obviously had the damage buff activated there. Cashing in on the crushing blow perhaps. Yes he is, 280.
Yes, he is.
Not,
And he's going to get that bleed damage.
well, unfortunately he's playing against Kotal Khan, so whatever bleed damage he was able to get.
I wonder if he's aware that that was healing Kotal, because he didn't really sort of move in on that once that sun had come out. I mean, I think most people would do though.
Really impressed with Zakl, just in terms of his patience. He's just very... He doesn't seem to be in a rush in terms of trying to get damage away. Even when the sun is out, he just takes his time, waits for his moment. He obviously just needs to work a bit on his defense because, you know, this is Kotal he's playing against. And once Kotal starts hitting, he's like a truck.
Absolutely, and Word landing that command grab and trying to get back in with those long normals, and this is what we see from Word.
Great play there by Word.
He always kind of looks like he's in trouble, but then all of a sudden he gets comfortable.
165 on the kitty bounce.
That unblockable coming into effect.
Another kitty
Can be
bounce,
hard to
124. Has Scorpion in the corner. Forward grab, keeps Scorpion in the corner. Scorpion's got access to his entire stick of meter, both offensively and defensively. Yet finds himself in quite a bit of trouble here, and is Zakl's evening going to come to an end at the hurdle called WordThaRebel, or WordThaRebel. Start some staggers here, trying to get some momentum going. Oh, great conversion there. Crushing blow already been used. Back three.
And once again, just showing that awesome patience, but and then lands the crushing blow, which cancels the sun, and then the fatal blow.
Okay, so it's not going to kill just yet, but he definitely gets
This
quite a
really
bit
is
of momentum.
awesome stuff that we're seeing from Zakl. And then manages to land the spear.
More spear, and the back three closes out that round. So Zakl quite impressive there in that round number 2. And I'm sure the chat would agree with me, that was not what they expected. They expected WordThaRebel to take this particular match. But when the crushing blow cancelled that particular sun that was out, I think that was a turning point in that particular round there, Brian.
Absolutely, and like you say, he's just playing this really patient game. He doesn't look like he's panicked. He just keeps doing his thing. Uses that very useful burning spear. But Word using that kitty pounce to get past that spear.
Wake up into the forward grab. Both these guys very close in terms of life. Word has a slight advantage, but it's not going to be too much, I don't think. Tries the unblockable. Oh, unfortunately doesn't convert that jump in, which is perfectly timed, and he eats a crushing blow. The big Kotal Khan head cracks the Scorpion skull, and unfortunately we're going to see Zakl go down in this first game, but that was impressive showing by both players there, Brian.
That was such a cool match. Well done to the both of you, gentlemen. Jeepers. Very cool. I think that we're seeing guys who probably think in a similar fashion when it comes to this game, because they are both pretty patient players and tend to do the right thing at the right time. So very interesting match. Ashland Governor saying tight match. Yes, sir.
Ashland
Governor
Governor,
saying that.
my neighbor.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he lives walking distance from me, and I haven't seen him since before lockdown. So I think we are overdue an offline session here, Mr. Governor. Just let me know what your schedule is like, and maybe we can start getting some offline sessions started up. And who knows where that will lead to, because I think we do as a community need some offline events as well. We are putting some sorts of brainwaves together, Brian, if you will, just in terms of how we can go about this and get some offline and online competitions going. So watch the space, guys. We are working behind the scenes, trying to make these things happen, and yeah, hopefully before long we'll see that become a reality. For now, it's match number 2 between WordThaRebel and Zakl, who unfortunately the unsafe stuff to start round number 2, or game number 2 rather. 4-3-4.
Zakl using that wake up very effectively all night.
He also uses just about every string that Scorpion has at his disposal. And it's really about the timing of the strings. They use the back 1-4.
Yeah,
We've seen him use the forward 4.
Yeah, yeah, using those advancing normals of Scorpions very, very well. Very, very good on the shimmy, some of those strings, and he seems to be doing that very, very well.
A full combo punish here coming from Zakl. Drops it unfortunately. Oh, he manages to connect the fatal blow. The hitbox a little bit skew there, but it worked in his favor nonetheless. It's not going to kill, but it's going to do very close to death here. 72 life points available. Tries the back 3, doesn't connect though. Oh, and this could be a problem for Zakl, and he's as Kotal Khan with that sequence. 217 damage, closing that round. Now on match point. Stole that one at the end there, didn't he?
He did indeed, but I think we've got to give him credit where credit is due. He didn't panic, he did what he needed to do, didn't drop the combo at the end there and took the round. Unfortunately misses that special there, and Zakl now getting a little bit of momentum of his own going. And like you say, using every single string that Scorpion has available.
Ooh, this is going to be damaging. 404 damage. Managed to break the armor there and land the crushing blow. Scorpion in a spot of bother right now. Okay, not just giving up here. Tries the back 3 whiffs. Raw spear. Doesn't block low this time, and the spacing is on point there for WordThaRebel. Is he going to close this out? He does. And unfortunately, we're going to have to say goodnight to Zakl. But Brian, you have to agree with me. Great tournament showing from the youngster, the first time competitor on stream, and not going to be too upset about what he's accomplished here in his debut appearance on CharlieWolf Gaming.
If I was Zakl, I would give myself a hearty pat on the back and say, well done, son. You did well.
Guys in chat, maybe just some words of encouragement there for our latest competitor on stream, Zakl. Some good games there from Aerys. If you guys can just keep building up the new guys, because these guys are not going to be here for the first time tonight only. They were going to continue to appear on stream, and chances are the next time you see them on stream, they will most likely have leveled up quite a bit, as has been the case for most of the guys on the PC community, in my opinion at least. So well done, Zakl from Forensic, from Aerys. Ashland Governor confirming it was a tight match. Gorny saying it was impressive. Rogue Ninja 97.
Is that what that says?
That's what it says, yes. Rogue Ninja 97. Well done, Zakl. You're only getting better, buddy.
Absolutely, and from a personal point of view, Zakl, thank you so much for pulling through. Like CharlieWolf said earlier, you accepted without hesitation, and yeah, you're part of the reason why we managed to get this little stream together, so thank you very much for pulling through, my man.
WordThaRebel then taking that 2-0 over Zakl. Forensic saying in chat, he and Zakl have actually been playing privately, and that's how we level up that way, isn't it? You know, we don't depend too much on Combat League to level up that quickly. I think your best chance of leveling up, Zakl, is to call up any one of the guys that are part of this tournament, anybody on the Steam community that's willing to give you a couple of 1v1s, and really just just hone your skills and just keep improving. And like so many people that have started off at the bottom, we worked our way and we've gotten better and better. We're hoping that same sort of curve will take place with you as well. So thank you once again for putting through, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed your appearance on stream as much as we did, because we did.
Yeah.
Brian, looks like you're up against Lord Aerys.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is again, guys, this is the part of the tournament where all the matches just become that much more tasty. There's something on the line now. WordThaRebel is waiting in the losers semi-final to take on the winner of Blion-O and Lord Aerys. So Lord Aerys, if you can get yourself into the Koth lobby. Brian, has the invitation's gone out?
I have sent in the invitation. I, of course, am already in the lobby, and looking forward to this match. Lord Aerys and I have games often, and it's pretty 50-50. So yeah, I'm scared.
So we are going to see, I'm sure, a Shao Kahn pick coming from one of our competitors tonight.
I thought I might go with Robocop this time.
You thought so? I doubt it.
All right, I'm going to put myself on mute, and I'll see you guys in just a moment. A winner or a loser, either way, I'll be having fun.
Okay guys, so we are going into our next match, which is Blion-O going up against Lord Aerys II. Good games, J-Word Audio says Ngoni. Cassie Cage going up against Shao Kahn. So Cassie Cage must be thinking, she took out Shinnok. Surely she has to take out Shao Kahn with relative ease, but this is Blion-O and this is Mortal Kombat 11. So guys, anything can happen here. BLB 118, bitching bubble, flying glow kick and kneecapping equipped for Cassie Cage, annihilation, ridicule and ground shatter equipped for Shao Kahn. Winner of this match plays against
Prostrate yourself,
WordThaRebel.
Can't. Took an arrow to the knee.
I will suffer no excuses.
Okay, let's see where this game is going to go. Okay, both players just feeding each other out here, trying to keep a great anti-air there from Lord Aerys. Good conversion, 254 damage. Okay, Shao Kahn back with some damage of his own, 211 before eventually forces the air escape here by Cassie Cage. Great neutral jump there. And this is going to be a full combo here, it's going to force a breakaway. Oh, and I think this might just be the end of the first round. No, not just yet. And just like that, Blion-O steals that from Cassie Cage, finishing off round number 1 with a crushing blow. And although he doesn't have the resource, he cashed out, got in the round, and he's going to feel extremely happy about that particular result. Guaranteed. Round number 2 now with Cassie Cage in the corner, donning a purple outfit here. Shao Kahn looking rather traditional. These guys battling it out in the retrocade. Okay, good life lead so far for Lord Aerys. Great neutral jump there from Blion-O though. Oh, she's got the damage bubble out now and forces the air escape. This time Cassie doesn't fall for it. Bit of lag spikes here for these guys to have to deal with as well. Okay, it looks like we're going to have a lag out here. Okay, these guys seem to be continuing to play, and that's great to see. competitors, if you can just make sure that while you are playing, that there's no downloads taking place in the background, nobody watching the stream, especially if you've got access to 4K. Ooh! A raw fatal blow from Lord Aerys, and unfortunately Blion-O not aware of what was coming, and it's now 1 round apiece. Okay, so I think the lag is behind us, guys, and I mean both these guys persevering, trying to get through this particular match amidst the lag, so big up to them. Blion-O unaware of that fatal blow coming through there by Lord Aerys, and continuing from where he left off, a nice 287 damage combo there. Forward grab from Blion-O. No amplifier there, and unfortunately he's going to have another 287, no 236 before the combo gets dropped, but still finds Shao Kahn in the corner. Down one, trying to get out, gets the throw, puts Cassie in the corner this time. Oh, and unfortunately the BT sees Shao Kahn go straight into the corner once again. Cassie Cage looking to finish this off, 4 life points left, and I think this is as good as done for... Oh, let me not speak too quickly. Let me not speak too quickly. This could be the... Oh, this is so close. This is absolutely so close. Oh my goodness. Just like that. Just when you thought it was over, 4 life points halfway through the round, and somehow, like in true typical master fashion, Blion-O steals that round from Lord Aerys. Blion-O, if you can hear me now, take your time to select Shao Kahn going into game number 2. Go get a sip of water, wipe your hands off, because I can understand you are sweaty right now. Take your time, don't choose your character too fast. Allow Lord Aerys to take his time to think about how he needs to approach this game number 2, because that was insane. That was absolutely insane. For you to have pulled a victory in a situation where it looked like it was certain death, you managed to find the move set that was needed to actually just take that away. So I don't know if Lord Aerys choked or if Blion-O was just one step ahead all the time. But that was absolutely insane, guys. Thought the fatal blow confirm was coming. Okay, Lord Aerys will be heartbroken after that first match. Everything about that match pointed towards a Lord Aerys victory, except for what was in Blion-O's mind. And for some other reason, he was able to turn that game around completely. Told you Blion-O's a problem, says Alaric. Okay, the back hammer. Connecting first. Wolf Punish City versus the infamous Shikaka. Okay, trading projectiles here. Probably working in favor of Cassie Cage because she manages to low profile just about most projectiles with that kneecapping move that she's got. Raw fatal blow here from Blion-O, and again, after a life deficit, he lands the fatal blow. He's going to take the life lead here. Is he going to be able to close it out yet again? Yes, he is. The charging overhead hammer connects, and Blion-O now finds himself on match point. Okay, 4-4 connects, tries the BT, but unfortunately he finds himself in the corner now. This is going to be a problem. Works his way out of the corner quite nicely with that down fours. This is a full combo punish here. Forces the air escape from Shao Kahn with Shang Tsung, or at least a hologram of Shang Tsung looking from the background. Back in the days when Shang Tsung was clearly still in charge. All that changed after Mortal Kombat 1. Okay, amplified gunshots connect, 160 damage, plus the 74, plus yet another 74. Blion-O wakes up, gets the forward grab. Okay, he needs to be wary of that fatal blow that could come out of anywhere, but someone's going to have 7 life points. Are we going to see it? No, we're not. We're going to see Blion-O taking that match by 2 games to 0. And that was impressive. I mean, I think the turning point in that match was the turnaround in round number 3 of game number 1. Because for him to pull that victory out of the hat in the way that he did, just turned the entire tide of this particular match. And as a result, Blion-O taking it 2-0, and I don't think the game itself or the score reflects how the game actually was, because that was as close as it will come.
Yo, I am shaking.
I knew you were shaking. I knew you were shaking, and I actually said on stream that if you are listening to me, take all the time that you need to choose your character.
I reached over for my water, I hovered on my character, and yo.
Yeah, even your voice is trembling, Brian.
Well, dude, every time I fight with Lord Aerys, I don't win every time, but that's pretty much how it goes. It's always close, it's always crazy. So yeah, that is why I am chock full of adrenaline right now.
Well, but, unfortunately for Lord Aerys, he is now going to say goodbye to this tournament. And Brian, you now are advancing into the losers semi-finals, where you are going to go up against WordThaRebel. So are you ready for your match now, or should we do the winners first?
You know what, let's do myself and Word. That brings a massive smile to my face. This guy is probably the guy that I fight the most often in the one-on-ones, and we've got a great rivalry going, so let's jump straight into that. I'm very excited.
Great stuff. And then Ngoni immediately here after. We will then play our match, which is exactly according to the schedule on the challenge website as well. This is match number 13, Blion-O versus WordThaRebel. So if you can get that invitation sent out, Brian.
I have.
And then match number 14 would be myself versus Ngoni 615. Winner semi-finals. As we stand right now, we are in the losers semi-finals between Blion-O and WordThaRebel.
Yeah, like I said, this is a guy that I come up against so often offline. I mean, off stream. So I'm very excited about this match. Let's do it. This one is probably going to have me shaking more than Lord Aerys, but because this is a dangerous man. But I'm going to put myself on mute, and I'll see you in a moment.
Perfect. Guys, the 19 of you in chat, if you can just let me know in chat, are you enjoying the matches? This is an impromptu stream that we put together. It is something that we just decided, you know what, we can't have this Thursday go by without having some sort of entertainment on stream. Are you guys enjoying what you are seeing on stream tonight? Artdepartment, good to still see you here, supporting the boys. Artdepartment having competed in this tournament. Going out to our debutant in Zakl, who actually made it quite a nice run in the tournament before falling short against WordThaRebel, who now is facing Blion-O Shao Kahn, the Shikaka himself. Battle of the Khans, WordThaRebel versus Blion-O. And already WordThaRebel going into a fairly good life lead, about 60% to 40% of his life gone already. But Blion-O fighting back here with Shao Kahn. Drops a combo, lands the forward 3-4, gets WordThaRebel close to the corner. Okay, great use of the sun there by WordThaRebel, and the crushing blow projectile, the pizza from Panarotti's all the way into Shao Kahn's gut. And WordThaRebel takes the first round. Get some totems going there. Shao Kahn throwing those spears there. WordThaRebel eventually parrying those spears, trying to get some sort of a damage buff going there. Forward 4 connects. So does the wake up. ×2 there. And Brian getting WordThaRebel into the corner here. Yet again, goes for the low this time. Scouts the wake up there, does WordThaRebel, and lands a decent amount of damage, 280. Walks all the way from Cape Town to Johannesburg to get that throw there, but it worked. Unblockable connects there, and WordThaRebel with a little bit of a teabag going here, so let's try to generate some salt while we're at it here. Doesn't block the overhead. And the kitty pounce is going to be near death, but just short. Are we going to see the sun come out? We are indeed, and that is WordThaRebel taking the first game with some teabags going here. And I can only think what Brian is thinking right now. We see the poster in the background of the retrocade as well. The poster being that of Mortal Kombat Deception, which is exactly the same soundtrack you guys are hearing in the background. Joshua Timothy Stevens asking if MisterJivs is playing tonight. MisterJivs was actually in this tournament. Unfortunately, he fell victim and has been eliminated. And I think he's gone to sleep now, Joshua. So unfortunately, if you did come here to see or MisterJivs, that's not going to be taking place tonight. Shao Kahn versus Kotal Kahn here. Kotal Kahn now leading by 1-0. WordThaRebel quite convincing in that first match, and let's see if Brian can bring it back. Okay. Big normals there from... Okay, so he's obviously aware that he just needs to be aware of that wake up there by Kotal Kahn. Shao Kahn's got Kotal in the corner now, but the kitty pounce prevails and manages to get out with 162 damage. And this is where the pizza connects yet again. And I honestly feel that the moment that sun goes up, Lion really needs to be in Kotal's face there, because while he's got 3 totems out, everything he does is going to do such serious damage. Oh, great. Oh, great. Forward 4. Great play there from Brian, and manages to take that round. Keeps Kotal in the corner. And let's see if he's going to be able to capitalize now at the beginning of round number 2. Doesn't finish the string this time. Doesn't block the unblockable. Or doesn't avoid the unblockable. Rather, we cannot block the unblockable. Okay, a couple of pizzas being thrown there. So are a couple of spears. Overhead bash. Again, Kotal with access to all these big normals and 2 totems out. It's going to do some serious damage there. 263. Oh, and Blion's in a spot to bother here, and that's going to do it for round number 2. Word now finds himself on match point. Kotal Kahn with a little bit of momentum going into this final round. Kitty Pounce connects. Okay, are we going to see a breakaway? We do indeed. No luck this time as... Oh, a down 1 punish unfortunately, and again scouts the grab attempt, eats a down 2, and Shao Kahn looking like he's in a spot to bother here. He's going to have to pull a rabbit out of the hat here if he's going to get back into this match. That's an overhead, which he misses out on. Tries to throw the spear. Forward 4. Okay, are we going to see a fatal blow? We are. Okay, so will this be the turning point in this match? Still quite a distance away from death right now, but he's got 280. He activates a taunt. Oh, and unfortunately, it's not going to do too much. And WordThaRebel advances into the grand finals, but no, not just yet. We are seeing for the evening, guys, our first mercy. Our first mercy this evening, and still no answer by Brian, and he didn't have too much of an answer. We see the kitty pounce, brutality, and Shao Kahn is rather just going to wish he had remained dead in the Mortal Kombat 11 storyline.
Oh, that asshole.
Because Kotal just made absolutely sure of it. Unfortunate, Brian, but that was some serious play there from both yourself and WordThaRebel. WordThaRebel advancing.
I think more so from Mr. Word himself. He tends to have the upper hand on me with that Kotal. If he had picked anybody else, I would have kicked his ass. No, I'm joking. Well done, Word. Lovely stuff. No respect on the mercy. I'll get you. I'll get you.
So that was 2-0 as well.
That was 2-0. Yep.
Okay, so WordThaRebel is now waiting in the losers finals, where he will face the loser of myself and Ngoni 615. So Brian, if you can get Ngoni into the Koth lobby.
Will do. And oh no, Deathstroke, not Ngoni. Deathstroke. There he is. And Ngoni and sorry,
myself.
You. Alright. Sorry, it's a little bit shaky from my 2 matches.
It's not easy to play 2 matches on the bounce on stream.
Yeah, but lots of fun. I do love playing WordThaRebel, so as much as he managed to embarrass me on stream, that's GG's, buddy.
So I think WordThaRebel has been a little bit on a good wicket in terms of performances on stream, because not too long ago he took the stream Koth, first to 12 wins I think it was, and he took that, and now again tonight he's in the final 3.
He does tend to step up to the big stage.
He does indeed.
And he sends me a little message there saying GG's as always. Thank you, sir. Too kind. And Ngoni now with his exclusive PC skins that he tends to rock, up against the man himself, CharlieWolf, our gracious host for the evening.
Nature girl.
I'm going to be going on mute as Ngoni contemplates who to choose with.
Get over here.
He's gone for the Scorpion pick, knowing full well that this is the one character in the game that I absolutely hate playing against.
and Mr. Jax, I believe.
I can handle Jax except when he is controlled by Atrocity, but this character I just have a tough time against. I'm going on mute, guys. I will hear you after the match.
And we will see you after the match. Ngoni versus CharlieWolf. How's everybody doing in? This Detrion pick very, very tricky, but as we know, Mr. Deathstroke is no slouch at the Mortal Kombat 11 and has a pretty tricky Scorpion, rocking that reptile skin. I wonder where he got that. Oh. Chucking out some burning spears and manages to land one eventually. CharlieWolf using that Cetrion air projectile with that disgusting pushback and putting in some work, landing those beefy combos. But Ngoni doing very, very well. Using those staggers to great effect, manages to land the crushing blow now, but still at a life deficit. He's got a bit of work to do. Thought he might have tried to confirm into the fatal blow there, but not to be, and lands it now. Closes out round 1, and there we go, Ah, thank you, Artdepartment. Unfortunately, my shell was not good enough to beat WordThaRebel's disgusting code.
Round 2. Fight!
And here we go. Start of round 2. What could CharlieWolf do about this green scorpion? That rock wall, such a useful move. Incredibly active, so fast on startup. And CharlieWolf putting it to great effect at the moment. Air projectile doing lots of work. Gorny using that Scorpion teleport, which is obviously so effective against Cetrion's zoning if it's timed correctly. And once again, putting that teleport to great effect. But CharlieWolf with a pretty decent life lead at the moment just needs to, and that'll be punished. CharlieWolf does not miss those punishes, brings up the score and manages to chip out Deathstroke and takes round 2. Gentlemen, we've got a game on our hands. Did Scorp just cancel FB? No, surely not. Unless that's some kind of weird variation move that I don't know about it, but I don't think so. J-Word? I think maybe our game has left you delirious. Ah, Luderick says who else was rooting for the commentators grand final. That would have been awesome, but it would have been silent because neither of us would have commentated, but not to be. And things looking very, very interesting now. CharlieWolf has got Ngorni stuck in this corner and is just not giving him any room to operate, not being able to use that teleport to get out of the corner. And as I say that, he does use it, CharlieWolf clearly expecting it, and closes out the game with a throw. I'm surprised we didn't see any teabag shenanigans there. We all know how Deathstroke deserves a teabag now and then, you know, bring him back down to earth. But saying I reptile. Yeah, he's in the game already, guys. He's not coming to combat pack. He's there, he's on screen right now. Peeps in chat and 21 likes on the stream. Thanks so much, everybody, and thanks so much for sticking with us. We know that it's work again tomorrow. We hope you guys have had an awesome Heritage Day. You guys bride up a storm, drank a few beers, leave the froth off a few cold ones. And Deathstroke going to his Liu Kang pick with this ugly Mexican Day of the Dead skin. It's just hideous. And then I think that's part of Deathstroke's mind games. He uses the skins, the ugliest ones as possible, so that you just have to shield your eyes. So let's see what happens now. Ngorni using, or Deathstroke should I say, using that Shaolin Vanish, so that teleport is going to come in handy against this Cetrion. Let's see what he can do with it. And as we know and can see, we can got a bit of zoning of his own. Oh, YOLO kick. Forces the breakaway from CharlieWolf there. 4. And CharlieWolf using that jumping projectile with all that pushback. So useful. Probably one of the best things in Cetrion's arsenal of tricks. But Ngorni answering in kind, throwing fireballs like it's nobody's business. CharlieWolf managing to push him back, and Deathstroke once again just answering with all those fireballs. But he's going to have to be careful now. We haven't seen the Shaolin Vanish come in yet. Manages to get the punish with that Dragon Flying Kick, and the YOLO Fatal Blow is not going to work, just out of range, and CharlieWolf takes full advantage, closing out round 1.
Round 2. Fight!
Oh, there it is. There's the Shaolin Vanish. Deathstroke managing to land the throw off the Charl and vanish. Gets the counter, doesn't go for the crushing blow. Opts instead for the bicycle kick, trying to land up that other crushing blow. And lands himself another one. I'm not sure how many that is now, but CharlieWolf will have to be wary if he gets opened up again into that bicycle kick, because that crushing blow does a hell of a lot of damage. Once again, throwing them fireballs. CharlieWolf, wise to it this time, manages to get his hit off before the fireball comes out. Staggers and fireballs into staggers into fireballs. Oh, the fatal blow not landing. And these fireballs doing awesome work for Liu Kang. Manages to get that last fireball off as CharlieWolf goes into the air for that air projectile, but Gorny managing to do enough to close out round 2, and we go into the third round again. Awesome stuff that we are seeing on screen at the moment. Forward 4 not finished. Rocks, fireballs, fire, rocks. Nope. CharlieWolf trying to keep his distance. Got to be wary of those Liu Kang fireballs. They come out pretty quickly. But has managed to get himself with a pretty commanding life lead here, and just needs to be patient to close this round out. Gorny trying to sneak his way in. Manages to get those fireballs off. Uses the flying kick to get in, but unfortunately couldn't follow up on having closed that distance. And there you go. CharlieWolf advances and sends Mr. Deathstroke / Ngorny down to the losers finals, where he will come up against an old adversary in WordThaRebel. So, let's see what happened. That was an interesting match, sir.
Yeah, no. Quite sweaty, actually. Well, I think
Yeah.
it was just Liu Kang's zoning game is actually quite,
It's devastating.
it is. If we can just ask Ngorny to leave the Koth for now, just so that I can go AFK, and then we'll invite himself and WordThaRebel back into the Koth lobby.
Deathstroke, leave the lobby, sir. Thank you. Alright, let's get...
Okay, so as things stand right now, this is the losers final between Ngorny and WordThaRebel. So if you can just get these, wait, let me just get AFK
Okay,
before I
yep.
forget.
And yeah, I think that Deathstroke will probably fancy himself in this match, but he needs to be very wary because WordThaRebel is on form. Invites are sent.
Invites are sent, so that means that these guys should be joining us fairly shortly, which should potentially be our second last set for the night.
Yes, yes indeed. We are drawing towards the inevitable final of this quickfire custom tournament, brought to you by CharlieWolf Gaming, and it's been a hell of a fun night.
I've enjoyed myself thoroughly.
So have I, and I'm sure all the players have as well, and I'm hoping that the chat has as well. We've got 13 people still with us, thank you so much, and likes exceeding viewers at this point, but we'll take it.
Okay, so these boys are in the lobby. We're about to get the losers final underway, guys, between Ngorny 615 and WordThaRebel. I think going into this match, I think WordThaRebel would actually do well to choose Kotal Khan here. And the reason I say that is he's got access to the kitty bounce, which is projectile immune.
Stuffing around.
Funny to see WordThaRebel actually choosing the hidden select, and the opponent that he's facing, remember guys, this is still a first to two. The
Yes,
only
he
match
goes
that
for
will
hidden
be a
select.
first to 3 setting would be the grand final.
Grand
So the winner
final.
of this match will go into the grand finals, where he will then face myself in a first to 3 setting.
Well, he went for the hidden cursor select and ended up picking Kotal.
Which I almost thought would be the case.
Round 1. Fight.
Nah, I think he would be silly not to. Deathstroke has gone for probably his main in Nightwolf.
At this point, yeah. Okay, the unblockable connects, doesn't amplify it, so he's just trying to get some damage.
So both these guys have got their little tricks to deal with zoning, and I think that Deathstroke will probably want to establish quite a bit of zoning himself. Does he have, in this variation that he's playing, does he have both projectiles, the normal bow and the lightning blow from the shaman?
The moment you choose the
Shaman
mid
one.
projectile, it's going to have to cancel out the usual projectile. So he's
Ah,
only got
okay.
the lightning arrow, which you see there.
I'm not sure I would have done that personally. That normal projectile that he's got is a lot more effective than people give it credit for. The pushback on that thing is absolutely crazy.
Well, I think people like this particular projectile because you can't neutral duck it.
Yeah.
It has to be either blocked or avoided.
Or as WordThaRebel is showing us, absorb.
Well, that's the other option, correct. Oh, and you get landed with the overhead, and that's going to close out the first round. WordThaRebel probably thinking to himself that he had every chance of winning that particular round, and just falling short at the end, succumbing to Nightwolf's overhead.
Now, when he absorbs that projectile, what kind of a buff does that give him? Is that a damage buff?
A damage buff indeed.
Right, okay. These two trading blows, trying to keep themselves safe. And out comes the sun. And Nightwolf getting himself a little bit burnt, and WordThaRebel managing to heal himself up a little bit.
Amplifies that unblockable, doesn't continue the 1-1 string there, and Gorny misses out the grab. Down 4, just pushes him away a little bit. One thing I've noticed about Gorny's play, especially with this Nightwolf, is he uses that spirit track or that shoulder charge move in a YOLO environment, and more often than not he lands it.
Yeah, I mean that's why you've got to ask the question. I mean, is it YOLO? He seems to time it very, very well. So, and it comes out so quickly.
It does.
The Matoka are restored.
The Matoka are restored.
At the moment, the Matoka looking very restored because it looks like the Matoka are in or on the verge of taking this first game. Tries the Hail Mary fatal blow, does not connect though, and Gorny goes up by 1-0 over WordThaRebel. WordThaRebel is going to have to just think about how he's going to approach this particular match, because Gorny at the end of the day looking somewhat comfortable. I won't say overly comfortable, but
I think maybe Deathstroke having a little bit of a psychological advantage. But yeah, Word is just going to have to calm himself down, think about what he's doing. I don't think that he necessarily needs to change characters at this point, but
I don't think he will. I don't think he will. I think he's most comfortable with the Kotal pick. And I mean, the fact that he's here in the top 3 of this tournament, he's got no reason to go with anybody else but the guy who's actually brought him this far in the first place, being Kotal Khan. So, as we see on screen there, Brian, Kotal Khan it is.
Kotal Khan it is.
And let's see if he'll be able to
I know that
turn
we
this
say
around.
every time we see the character, but how cool is Nightwolf? And Deathstroke up in the chat while he's playing, as is of course tradition. Throwing shade around.
Okay, so let's see if good tactic there, great normals being used there by Kotal Khan, but still the damage, unfortunately he's going to eat quite a bit of damage here as a result of that combo. Forces the breakaway, gets the back 1-3 into the forward grab.
It's amazing how often that amplified shoulder into crushing blow lands.
Down one into the shoulder charge amplified.
And also another very, very useful string used by Deathstroke there with that overhead. If it hits alone, it hits for the crushing blow, and if it doesn't hit alone and you manage to block it, it just pushes you right back and sets Nightwolf up for more. Ooh.
Look at the damage on that down 2. Oh, this is going to do a chunk of damage. 402 damage. And I think that's partly because he had those totems out. Doesn't finish off the match there. Is it going to live to regret this? Unfortunately, he is.
And I don't think Ngoni needed to use, or Deathstroke rather, needed to use the Fatal Blow to finish that out there. So he's not going to have that for the rest of the match. But regardless, he's closed out round 1. And I think WordThaRebel will feel robbed.
Round 2. Fight!
Trying to get that unblockable out. Deathstroke managing to land that little down 1 just before it did. Great jump-ins.
Okay, WordThaRebel doing fairly well so far. Unsafe string being used there, and unfortunately pays the price with a full 241 damage combo, followed by a forward grab. So that sequence is about 400 damage on its own. Good throw escape there.
Oh,
YOLO
there goes
shoulder charge.
the YOLO shoulder charge that always lands.
Okay, 218 damage. Again, good staggers there with the forward 3 by WordThaRebel this time. And I think that was great play overall.
Yeah, WordThaRebel looking a lot more comfortable in that round, despite what the life bars say. He looked pretty comfortable.
Okay, overhead connects this time. Just needs to be aware of that.
Got one of those totems out.
And that's the reason why we see 183 damage on screen there just from that kitty pounce. Normally it does about 160. So a little bit of a damage buff there with that totem he put out in the...
I think that was only one totem, eh?
That was one totem, yeah.
Sure.
Okay, a little bit of lag here.
Yeah. Gonna finish out this string. He does. Hopefully we don't see a lag out because this is getting very interesting.
Okay, if somebody can just tell Ngoni to get off that pawn so that we can continue with this match. So it is match number...
and we see a lag out, unfortunately, and that was WordThaRebel. WordThaRebel. Maybe he's the one downloading hentai.
Okay, so let's not waste too much time. WordThaRebel has gone. We are going to try to get him back into the lobby as soon as possible. If you can just make sure that nothing is being downloaded in your backgrounds, guys. One game to 0 in favor of Ngoni and 1 round apiece. I think, Brian, should we just start the match number 2 from the get-go?
WordThaRebel asking what happens now. Yeah, I think so. They were at 1 round apiece, and round 3 had pretty much just started. So yeah, I think let's start that again.
Okay, so Ngoni,
So
if you can just acknowledge in chat, the match number 2 will start from scratch, 0 rounds. So you basically start at 1-0 in favor of Ngoni. We will replay match number 2. The only condition is that the same characters that were on screen at the start of match number 2 will have to be chosen again. So if both of you can just acknowledge that that is understood. Ngoni, thank you so much.
WordThaRebel is busy typing to me right now.
Zero rounds, correct. No rounds lost, no resources used. You start from scratch in game number 2 with Ngoni leading by 1 game to 0.
It was so nice we had to do it twice.
Absolutely. So will this be the momentum shift?
Well, let's see. I mean, Word looking a little bit more comfortable in that second game, despite the 1 round apiece. mid-projectile, wreaking all sorts of havoc. And maybe that was the break that Deathstroke needed to find a bit of mojo, because he is looking very, very comfortable, heading towards, dare I say it, a flawless victory. No, he's not going to get flawless, but he's got a very, very commanding life lead here, and I'd be very, very surprised if he didn't close this out, and as I say that, he does.
Round 2, fight!
WordThaRebel managing to land that long normal and then get the unblockable as well. Managed to get himself a pretty decent life lead at this point now, but Ngorni's got him stuck in the corner and is fighting back.
Okay, great punish there. Oops, just misses the unblockable. Oh. And the big normal misses the combo though. Decent life lead now, YOLO, shoulder charge, which I'm starting to believe in what you were saying now. Is it really YOLO when it just keeps on connecting?
That's the thing. I mean, when it's timed so well, and like I said earlier, that particular shoulder charge comes out so quickly. It's very, very hard to react to if you're not already holding blocks. So
okay. One fatal blow conversion could do it for Ngorni.
oh, he doesn't land that amplified shoulder charge that time, but one-wanting his way to victory, and then lands the mid projectile, and that'll do it.
So Ngorni advances to the Grand Finals. This is not his first appearance in a Grand Finals. If you guys do remember, Ngorni was actually the winner of our very first Steam tournament all the way back in November, and actually held that title of Steam champion for quite some time before it was taken off him by the one and only Atrocity. So Ngorni, if you can stay in the lobby, WordThaRebel, if you can leave, and we will have the Grand Finals, guys, between myself and Ngorni 615. So just to put you into the picture, guys, Ngorni 615 has made it all the way through the loser side of the bracket. So he's fighting in the Grand Finals from the loser side. If he is to take this tournament, he needs to beat myself in 2 first to 3 sets. Myself, if I beat Ngorni in 1 first to 3 set, that would mean the end of the tournament for Ngorni. So, Brian, I'm ready to rock and roll. Ngorni's ready to rock and roll. In fact, before we do that, let me just update the brackets to make sure that everything is reflected. So, Ngorni taking it 2-0 over WordThaRebel.
I'm just sending this out to the groups to make sure that they know that there is a grand final that's about to happen. Because we want lots of people watching this.
RTW17, oh snap, just in time for the grand final, absolutely.
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you for joining us. Forensic, I still see you in chat. Kevin Johnson. So we'll give it about a minute or two, Brian, just for everybody to register. There is in fact grand finals. They might be laying in their beds with their phones right next door to them. Just as much as clicking on the link and joining us for tonight's grand finals, the quickfire custom variation Mortal Kombat 11 tournament on Steam. Yeah, and it's been a fantastic night. Just under 3 hours gone thus far. Christopher Eddy down 2 boys.
It has been so much fun tonight. Christopher Eddy, welcome. I haven't seen you yet, so thank you so much for joining us for this Fire Grand Finals. Kevin Johnson's ready.
I don't know if you know too much about Christopher Eddy, Brian, but this guy has an upgraded Jackie that will give you nightmares for weeks to come.
Most upgraded Jackies give me nightmares, so yeah, I think a good one. I don't know if you've ever fought Atrocities upgraded. No, of course you have.
Of course I have.
That is That is absolute, like 3 minutes of bullshit.
Zombie Classic, welcome to the chat. Hype Content, thank you so much. Please don't forget, if you are new or if you have just recently joined us, we would really appreciate a few more likes. It will just show your support and appreciation for everything we're doing as a community to bring content to you on the regular. Is that it's the Christopher Eddy in typical Christopher Eddy fashion, ROFL.
Ruffling.
There are 19 of the wolf pack in chat right now, guys. We'll just give it 2 more minutes. Brian, I'm just going to hydrate the throat. And then we'll get into the grand finals. CharlieWolf on the winner side of the bracket, going up against Ngoni 615, all the way through losers, and we're about to get this first to 3 grand finals underway. I'll be back shortly, Brian.
Go and lubricate, sir. Yeah, guys, thank you again. I can't say it enough for coming through and watching this quickfire custom. The PC boys stepping up and getting involved. So it's been awesome to host you guys. J-Word says, "Avenge me, Wolf." Well, we shall see what happens. Ngoni, please put some comments in the chat. I know you want to. There he is. You. It's tough in there, boys. It is tough in there. This is Blion-O on the mic, aka Brian Look, from the Steam community as well. Helping the OG Mr. CharlieWolf run a bit of admin and lending my voice to his stream. J-Word put up a fight. He did indeed. He always does. He always does. I don't like to say it because I don't like him very much. What an asshole. I joke. He's a good egg. And 18 members of the Wolf Pack in chat. Hoping to see that grow a little bit more. If I have forgotten to send out the link to any of the groups, guys, and you have them in your WhatsApps, do us a favor, send the link out, let the people know that there is a grand final that is about to happen. It's a first to 3. It's not going to keep them up very long, so yeah, get the peeps in. Get the peeps in. RDW17, thank you so much, sir. I do appreciate the support. J-Word Audio, you know you love me. I know I do. I know. I'll send you some provocative emojis later.
Okay, I've just left AFK, Brian, so I think we're going to get this grand final underway.
Let's do it. Okay. Mr. CharlieWolf, good luck to you, sir. And Deathstroke with that disgusting scorpion on screen at the moment. CharlieWolf pondering what character to select. Goes with a Kotal.
I'll buy that.
Oh, you love to hate to see it. Goes with the RoboCop.
Aaron Black.
CharlieWolf going with that Aaron Black pick. Deathstroke. More shenanigans.
Tix. Ahoy there, matey.
And yeah. There we go. Deathstroke versus CharlieWolf. Nightwolf versus Aaron Black. Deathstroke going to have to reset the bracket if he wants to win this tournament, so got a bit of an uphill battle against him. But I think he'll fancy his chances. I don't think that he's scurred. Manages to land the grab now. Aerys Black taking 140 damage. And immediately manages to land a combo after that and a combo after that. And Aerys Black with no meter now, cancelling that projectile. And Nightwolf having Aerys Black in a world of hurt at the moment with a commanding life lead. And Mr. CharlieWolf fights his way back into this match, manages to land the grab, and perhaps can start a bit of momentum himself now. Gut shot. Oh, it's incredible how often that crushing blow lands. And Gorny just has to do about 23 more life to close out this first round, but Mr. CharlieWolf applying a lot of pressure, fighting back, and the YOLO not YOLO shoulder charge to close it out. An overhead not landing, and Gorny slash Deathstroke landing that throw. CharlieWolf managing to jump his way out of the corner, lands that kick. Uses the interactable, I dig it, at Puddle. And Gorny landing a 281 combo to put Charlie in the corner. But, oh, and there we go, the YOLO not YOLO shoulder charge again. And doing a wonderful job at using that, I think it's the 1-1 string into that combo, and it seems to be landing very, very often. So Scud shot doing its work, and then the big fatal blow that will hit you anywhere on screen. I don't think this is going to kill, but could this be the momentum shift that CharlieWolf is looking for? The acid and the Scud shot. Very, very clever play. Lovely stuff by CharlieWolf. Managing to take that round at the death there and evening it up to 1-all. Ngoni managing to land that flying kick. Jump in. And CharlieWolf doing some combo work of his own now. The special jump. And manages to convert for some big damage there. 299 with the acid puddle out. Scud shot doing its thing. Great throw tech there by CharlieWolf. Gorny not managing to land his combo. CharlieWolf using that Scud shot to great effect. Again, such a useful move, whether it's to avoid projectiles or just slap onto the end of a combo. As we see, but quite a bit of pushback as well when you amplify it, and the acid puddle. Sorry, yeah, I'm getting tired. Acid puddle doing its work, closing out that round, and I think Ngoni will be disappointed because he had all the momentum going into that second round, looking very, very, very strong. But CharlieWolf adjusting so well, managing to close that one out. Goes up 1-0 in the grand finals. 2 rounds to go for victory, unless Mr. Deathstroke himself can come to the party and reset this bracket, setting us up for another first to 3. Hovering over Liu Kang now. Showed us earlier against Cetrion that he's no slouch with this Liu Kang. He'll throw a fireball or two. You've got to watch out. He'll burn you. Christopher Eddy saying, nice, Charlie is on it with grab tech. Yeah, absolutely. And Gorny sliding into chat again saying, tough in there, boys. It is tough. It is tough. J-Word, what a setup. What? RDW17, whoa, the YOLO in your face Rhino charge, which Deathstroke has been showing us all night, and he tends to land them more often than he doesn't, so the debate rages on. Is it YOLO if it keeps hitting? And immediately we see the fireball, and CharlieWolf showing Ngoni that he's going to be using that Scud shot to nullify those fireballs. Liu Kang with those fast advancing that 1-2 string, doing the work. CharlieWolf going for the low slide now, puts out the acid, Gorny being careful not to go into it. Manages to get those fireballs out without any scud shot to answer for it. And once again, the 1-2 landing into the bicycle kick, but he didn't have meter to amplify, so no setup towards that crushing blow. And oh, lovely interrupt there by CharlieWolf. Manages to land the crushing blow, and this is going to be huge damage. I don't know if this is going to kill, but it'll be very, very close. Gorny left with 34 damage. Deathstroke. Oh, manages to land the flying kick out of nowhere. Goes for the YOLO fatal blow. Doesn't land it. Gets the crushing blow and closes out the round. Doesn't get any tighter than that. That was bad. 1-2 strength punished by CharlieWolf now. Forces the breakaway from Gorny. Acid puddles out. Great setup by CharlieWolf. Puts him back in the puddle. Slides him back out of it. Scud shot doing its work. CharlieWolf saying, excuse me? You're not going to steal that round and get away with it. I'm going to teach you a lesson. And he did. Almost flawless in that second round. So, Deathstroke's going to have to find some answers now. Chucking in fireballs. Deathstroke having character home field advantage. Shaolin Temple. Liu Kang's going to feel at home here, even though his buddies are dead all around him in the background. Forces the breakaway, and CharlieWolf applying that corner pressure so nicely. Puts out the acid, and slowly eating away at Liu Kang's life bar there, and that was pretty brutal at the end of the day. Deathstroke managing to eke out that first round, but then two very, very dominant rounds by CharlieWolf to seal game 2. So CharlieWolf will go into the next match pretty confident. Gorny, stay out of the chat and fight, buddy. No, but stay in the chat because it's funny. I like it. CharlieWolf obviously going to have to stick with his air and black pick, and now we are going to see a Scarlet, a Bug Scarlet, a Devourer Scarlet, a Devouret. No, we're not. We're going to see maybe a Cassie, maybe a Jax, maybe a Jackie, maybe a Kano, maybe a Robocop. Maybe a Cabal, maybe a Liu Kang, maybe a Kung Lao. Perhaps a Sub-Zero. Or is it going to be Miss Onion Rings herself? CharlieWolf saying Marshall Bravestar on. Yep, definitely of our generation. Mr. Bravestar, Strength of the Bear. Bringing that Strength of the Bear to his gameplay, and Deathstroke finally picking Mr. Safe. Cabal. Cabalin. Strength of the Bear, Eyes of the Hawk, Speed of the Puma, Ears of the Wolf. That was those are Bravestar's powers. For those of you who have not heard of Bravestar, put up your hands in chat if you know who Bravestar is. Gorny starting with projectiles. He's got to know that he's going to get scudded. Stroke looking a little bit tentative now. Air projectile coming in. Oh! The overhead does not land, and Gorny managing to capitalize a little bit there. Landing the grab now, and needs to try and establish that that Cabal pressure. Goes instead for the air projectile, and then the amplified projectile. Nice wake up by CharlieWolf there, setting himself up nicely. Gets the overhead, does not go for the second one, not looking for that crushing blow just yet. Wow, Scud shot goes through the air projectile. I haven't seen that happen, but it stands to reason that it would. More Scud shots, more projectiles. Acid projectiles. Well, he's going to have to be careful, doesn't want to be too trigger happy on those projectiles because, yeah, suffice to say, I think that Aaron Black's Scud shot is probably the best anti-zoning tool in the game. My opinion. My opinion. Goes for that amplified projectile, trying to probably extend the combo, but hasn't confirmed. So, the YOLO Nomad Dash and the armor break, that'll crushing blow for some big damage. 281. And the next crushing blow as well on counter. Counter. Managing to land the grab and another crushing blow. How many crushing blows does this guy have? Wow, okay. Deathstroke suddenly in it with a convincing round 2.
Final round. Fight.
This is shaping up to be such an awesome match. And cancel the Nomad Dash there and into the grab. Also some confusion at the moment. Oh, the Nomad Dash does not land, and now CharlieWolf with a crushing blow of his own. And now landing his combos at will. RDW says WTF is this round? I know, it's crazy, dude. J-Weird Audio, KB City seems to be. I think we saw almost 5 or 6 crushing blows in this fight there, and CharlieWolf with a bit of salty teabags. And there you have it, folks. Your champion closing out the game with this fatality. Get your head in that acid, boy. And then I'm gonna just stomp your head.
Aaron Black wins.
Guys, your quickfire custom combat champion, Mr. CharlieWolf.
Piece of cake.
Piece of cake, he says. Piece of cake.
Nah. Gordon is always a character in chat, and I mean, I think it's just so typical of him to dish out the 10 respect there. Probably has to get respect from just about everybody in the community, just because of the amount of characters he plays, Brian. And yeah, I think people just struggle with Aaron Black because I must be honest with you, I've been watching Bilal play in the PS4 community. I actually had a couple of matches with him, mirror matches, and I just learned to love the character Aaron Black again. I played him very early in Mortal Kombat's life cycle, and you know, after trying so many other characters, I just love the character. He's cool, he's funky, he can be a bit of a badass as well. And I think I agree with you 100% in terms of the anti-zoning tool. That Scud shot is second to none in terms of just cancelling out everybody else's projectile game. So
absolutely crazy, and like you say, he is such a cool character. He plays so differently to the rest of the roster. It's just it's just awesome to watch an Aaron in full flight.
Yeah, and I mean, unfortunately, like with most things, all good things do need to come to an end. But guys, just to the 9 of you that competed this evening, just big thank you from my side for putting this together at such short notice. I mean, I think I might even overstating it when I say it took about 45 minutes. It might have even taken a bit shorter. The guys just pulled through. We were able to get 9 guys in here. Those who were online at the time, we were looking for people. As you guys mostly likely know, tonight was actually put aside for the PS4 Custom Combat Finale. Due to it being a public holiday, people, just were unable to be here. And we just felt it unnecessary to run a tournament where most of the big guns were not going to be competing. And as a result, we just put this quickfire tournament together. And like I said, these 9 guys pulled through and were able to keep you guys entertained for about 3 hours with some top quality Mortal Kombat 11 action. So really been absolutely fun. It was a bit of a downer, Brian, when we realized that the PS4 wasn't going to happen. But in typical Steam community fashion, we pulled together and we made this happen. So thanks again, guys, for being there and for supporting the community the way you do. And then to everybody in the chat, just again, thank you for coming through. Lito Charl, I see you there. See a few other guys, Christopher, Eddie, RDW, just everybody has pulled through in chat tonight. Big thank you from our side. Keep supporting the channel, keep supporting FGC Africa, keep growing the community. October is going to be a seriously sick month of content, but we still got a couple of more custom events taking place before the end of this month. So just keep your eyes on the socials, keep your eyes on the WhatsApp chats, and we'll inform you guys shortly. And then to you, Brian, thanks again for agreeing to just commentate, and not just commentate, but play a dual role in commentary, admin, in fact, a tripartite role, if you want to call it that, because you were playing as well. Triborg, there we go. Just a big thank you from our side as well to you for just helping me and just easing the load, really. It was a smaller tournament, which obviously means that it was less admin, but admin nonetheless, and just makes it easier with somebody backing you up. So thank you from our side again.
Dude, and once again, it's always a pleasure, and thank you so much for having me on your channel and on your stream. It means so much to me. And yeah, just to second what you said earlier, thank you to everybody who came through in the chat and watched, and especially to the players who came through on such short notice and gave us a lot of fun this evening. And yeah, CharlieWolf, I cannot thank you enough, dude. Thank you so much for all that you do as well.
Cool. We'll be back next week. In fact, we might just have something happening on Sunday, guys, so just watch the space. But for now, it's a hearty Thursday evening to you. Thank you so much for coming by and tuning in. And yeah, we'll see you on the next stream. Thank you. Rest well. Work hard. Play harder. See you next time.
Cheers, guys.